on, come into our little world. It's going to be beautiful. Good morning. It's a midweek kickstart to the second half of the week on a hump day. We absolutely love it. It's time for another food truck takeover. And we've got executive chef and owner of Sushi Fundi, Marwan Christians, along with sous chef and co-owner Adnan Varan. They are here to show us three delicious, and I mean absolutely delicious sushi recipes. Look at that.
How
Yay.
exciting. Well, you know what? Today's also the 1st of May, Workers' Day. So if you are lucky enough to have today off, we are bringing everyone to your Feel Good Breakfast show, including actress, dancer and vocalist Michaela Matthys. And she is ready to show us what is next in her career. And of course, she's going to be hanging out with us today.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. A superstar in, well, she's already a superstar, not in the making. She's already become one, but it doesn't stop there because we've got more superstars to entertain us. And entertaining us on the stage this morning, we have singer and songwriter Luna Page in the building. Now, I know that this is an exciting time for us to celebrate and dance, and it's perfect timing for this little holiday that everybody gets to celebrate with.
Yeah, well, not everybody, but we'll take one for the team, being Workers' Day. And then, of course, I don't know why we haven't spoken about this before. It has officially been revealed that this young man over here is the brand new host of the brand new season of My Design Rules.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor. It's going to be so exciting. We're going to be chatting about it in just a bit, but Mzansi, this is an exciting show. We've got a call to action happening on later, so we want you to be involved in this one. You're going to absolutely love it. Bring on the creativity, bring on the manifestation of creation.
Yes.
And, oh, it's going to be just pure magic. But we'll talk about this in just a bit. But, yo, I'm so excited.
I was going to say that love antenna is feeling very Italian this morning.
Yeah,
I
see what you did there.
Like you're changing, man. You're changing right before our eyes.
In there.
Oh, congratulations,
Thank
brother.
you
That's awesome,
so
man.
much.
Well, let's connect with you on social media. We have our Good Morning post, and I think we're all getting excited for the design happening. So we are asking you, good morning, if you could pick one of these kitchen models, which one would you choose and why? Share your thoughts with us via voice note on 063 408 8863. There's option 1, which is a little bit more of a country feel, I think, a little bit more modern. Section 2 is the dark kitchen. Maybe that's more your style.
Oh, I like that.
We have number 3, which looks more farm style. Number 4, very pink, girly. So which one are you aiming for?
Hey, they're all exquisite. I think probably between 1 and 2. I think 4, maybe not quite my style. Maybe needs a bit more masculine energy in that space for me. But I quite like the dark tones. I love that.
Okay.
The colour blocking there between the dark and the light, absolutely lovely. But they're all beautiful. Ooh, I do like that kitchen stand with the 3 chairs where you can kind of live around your island. Oh, I absolutely love that. Well, you can let us know on the socials this morning. We are being inspired, well, just about by everyone and everything this morning, as we do on this show. But it is Workers' Day, so we want to stay connected to you most importantly. So let's connect with you right now around those news and sporting headlines, see what has got you thinking, and then we can let the fun begin.
Yes, official duties must commence, and starting with the national headlines. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has paid homage to SA citizens and others who received national orders yesterday. Now, the 32 recipients, some posthumously, were honoured during a ceremony held in Tshwane. Now, the prestigious national orders, the highest awards in SA, are the Order of Mendi for bravery, the Order of Ikamanga, the Order of the Baobab, the Order of the Lutuli, the Order of the Mapungubwe, and the Order of the Companions of O.R. Tambo. Now, among the recipients was Professor Mulula Duyayo, and a renowned scientist in the aerospace field. Now, he was awarded the Order of the Mapungubwe posthumously. Now, Dr. Sam Mutsuenyane, renowned as the father of black business, has passed away at the age of 97, leaving behind a remarkable legacy in SA business's realm. Now, he earned the esteemed title by nurturing and mentoring black business leaders and entrepreneurs. And he co-founded NAFCOC, and in its early days in Soweto, the concept of an African bank was born, aiming to alleviate financial hurdles faced by black individuals. Now, as African Bank's founding chairperson, Mutsuenyane launched its first branch in 1975 with the humble amount of 75 Rand. Well, from national headlines, we head over to international news now, and former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has been appointed to head the African Union, otherwise known as the AU's election observation mission to South Africa. Now, South Africans will go to the polls on the 29th of May in a hotly contested election, and the AU team's expected to observe the elections from from May the 21st to June the 3rd. Now, the objectives of the AU election observation mission in South Africa is to provide impartial reporting and assessment of the quality of the May 29 elections, and to ensure that the polls meet regional, continental, and international standards for democratic elections. Now, next up in the headlines, Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky says Russia is taking advantage of the slow delivery of Western weapons to go on the offensive. Now, his comments come after the US agreed to a $61 billion package of military aid for Ukraine. Now, Zelensky said some aid had started to arrive, but it needed to be delivered faster. Now, he was speaking alongside NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg, who said it wasn't too late for Ukraine to prevail. Now, this after a Russian missile attack on the Black Sea port of Odessa, which had killed 4 people and injured 32. Well, next up, the UK's Queen Camilla has lauded a group of yachtswomen for their brilliant victory in a groundbreaking global race. Now, hosting the maiden crew at Clarence House, captained by Heather Thomas from Yorkshire in the UK, she celebrated their historic triumph in the Ocean Globe Race, where they were the first all-female team to conquer a round-the-world yacht challenge, surpassing 14 boats from 8 countries. Now, Vuyisile Jaka, a Kwamushe, otherwise known as an Aryan Durban woman, made her own history as part of the maiden crew, becoming the first black African woman to circumnavigate the globe. Now, SA's jubilant response highlights the monumental impact of her achievement, with Jaka expressing immense pride in representing her homeland and eagerly anticipating her return after an extraordinary journey lasting over a year. What can I say? South Africans are just dominating. This is our decade, this is our season, and hopefully we can celebrate the rest of South Africans in the world of sport. And here's the G-Man with the latest.
Oh, absolutely love it. It's going to be a tough one to beat, but maybe one day we can see a South African flag on that boat. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Well, let's start with some international football and an incredible performance. Real Madrid's forward, Vinicius Jr., he emerged as the hero, netting twice, including a late penalty to secure a very exciting 2-2 draw against Bayern Munich in their Champions League semi-final first leg. It was a thriller. So despite Bayern's second-half surge, Vinicius' equaliser sets up an enticing return leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, with both teams obviously eyeing that spot in the final at Wembley. Now, let's stay with footballing news, and the United States and Mexico have withdrawn their joint bid for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, redirecting their efforts towards securing the 2031 tournament. The announcement was made in a joint statement by both countries' football federations, and it comes just ahead of FIFA's scheduled vote to determine the hosts at a meeting in Bangkok. So with their withdrawal, the competition focus now sees competing bids from Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands, as well as a solo bid from Brazil. Now let's turn to cricket, and plenty to get excited about in the current phase of T20 action. So white ball head coach Rob Walter unveiled the 15-man squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2024, which I think is going to break all records. Slated for the 1st to the 29th of June in the USA and the West Indies. So Aidan Markram, who's had a great season, he'll take charge of the team. Congratulations, making his inaugural World Cup stint as T20 international captain. Then the squad is strong. It features 2 debutants, but they don't play like that. Ryan Rickleton, who's having an incredible local season, and then Dolphins fast bowler Otniel Bartman. The team also boasts experienced batters Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, David Miller, all of them worth about 1,000 runs each, and the promising Tristan Stubbs, who's had an incredible year. And then spearheading the pace attack, Kagiso Rabada, Anrich Nokia, backed by Marco Janssen and Gerald Coetzee. This is a very strong squad, certainly looking at the local T20 and IPL performances. And now we turn to the Madrid action. And second seed, Carlos Alcaraz, is continuing his impressive form at the Madrid Open, extending his winning streak to now a record equalizing 14 matches. This is quite dangerous ahead of the next big Grand Slam. So Alcaraz, he battled past Jan-Lennard Struff in a hard-fought contest, prevailing 6-3, 6-7, 7-6 to advance to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, top-seeded player Yannick Sinner, he overcame a hip issue to secure a comeback victory. And that was over Karen Khachanov and reach the final 8 as a result. But clearly sharpening minds and sharpening the blades ahead of the next big Grand Slam. That one, of course, playing out in Madrid. So that's where we leave our sport for this hour. We'll touch on those headlines again at around 7 o'clock. Brand new day. It is your workers' day. So if you do get the day off today, let's see what the weather has in store.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's start off with some news from the South African Weather Service. They have warned of severe fire risks anticipated in the Eastern Cape's Walter Sisulu and the Enoch Mjima local municipalities, as well as the select areas of Limpopo's Vhembe and Mopani district municipalities. Meanwhile, SANParks firefighters in Cape Town are actively monitoring fire flare-ups in areas including Newlands, Fernwood Park and Kirstenbosch, with movements observed towards Orange Kloof. In response, Table Mountain National Park has closed hiking trails spanning Newlands to Constantia Neck, as well as those leading to Maclear Beacon and the Back Table, including paths from Camps Bay to Hout Bay. This precautionary measure follows wind shifts and overnight flare-ups, prioritizing public safety. Well, if you would love to share your morning view with us, remember you can do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063-408-8863. But let's take a first look at your temperatures for today.
Since yesterday, Uppington has decreased by 1 degree. Nice stuff indeed. Look, the weather's looking hot. It's looking perfect for the day, but what's also looking perfect for the day is the lineup that we have for you, Mzansi. Oh, man. Starting off with entertainment. Talking about Luna Page. She's going to be kicking it with us, entertaining us, and look at that bright, beautiful soul. The smile is big and wide this morning, and it's just gone like 10 minutes past 6. I'm so impressed, and I'm so ready for your energy, and I hope you are too. And I hope you're also ready to fill your belly, because we've got lots of sushi inspiration coming at you from the culinary hotline. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stand by for some good stuff right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzazi, welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. In case you were doubting it, don't worry. The next guest is going to prove to you how good this show is going to be, right? Joining us now, we're talking about Luna Page in the building. We're talking about a singer, a songwriter, and someone who's been a big contributor to the music industry since 1999. Now, let's get a sneak peek into what she's all about.
Soveel amor te sing, soveel amor te droom. Oor dinge gewen en oor dinge verloor. Daar is hoop wat nooit beskaam, en pyn wat in die skadu skuil. Die wêreld skreeu as stories uit. Gee my ritme om deur die dag te kom.
Oh, Luna Page on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Luna, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. Bright and early.
You know, I love this because we heard you sound check this morning and you were singing in English, and then we hear the snippet and it's in Afrikaans, and you've recently released 2 albums, 2 completely different albums, an Afrikaans album and an English album. Why did you decide to focus on both instead of specializing in one?
Well, I think I like to keep myself entertained and not just do one thing. And we live in this multi-language country, so when I started writing, I wrote in English, although it's very evident that I'm an Afrikaans girl. But my musical influences were more in the sort of British and American musical styles at that time. And then later started singing in Afrikaans. And I haven't released something since a solo album in a very long time. And obviously during the pandemic, there was so much food for thought and stuff to write about. So after the pandemic, I looked and I realized I've got 2 albums in each language, and I thought, let's release it.
Can't hold this back. The people need this good stuff, and I think everybody's grateful for that. It's been received so well. And not only that, that has come from the, let's say, the lockdown and these beautiful creations that manifest through these challenging times, but also I believe you have a company called Illuminar Productions. So very, very busy, showcasing a plethora of skill sets, but also keeping yourself very, very busy, I would imagine, in a production agency like this. Talk to me about what's going on here and why did you decide to take on another massive role on top of what you're already doing?
Well, if you look at what artists do, they have to diversify in this country and all over the world, really. So I realized that I've got an affinity for the niche market because I am perceived to be one as well, someone who makes music for smaller groups. So I sort of I wanted to create a platform for artists like me to get a bigger stage and to have the opportunity to collaborate with each other and share audiences. So I focused a lot of my attention on music theatre productions and things like that, where people get to collaborate and share bigger stages. Post-pandemic, clearly I had to re-look at it, as we couldn't do festivals, we couldn't do those things. So this year I'm taking a bit of what I call a company sabbatical. So I'm going to go do some research abroad.
Ooh, nice.
And I want to sort of refocus the business into the social impact through the arts sphere. So I'm going to go speak to people who are doing it really well in Europe and go and steal some ideas, get some tips, come back, and hopefully empower artists to gain access to funds, but also to plow back into their communities in a more meaningful way. That's sort of what I plan to do. So I'm going to refocus it a bit.
Luna's making moves, wow.
Luna's got a heart of gold.
Yeah.
I love this because you're also a qualified social worker and you're a welfare program manager. Does that tie in with the work, or is that something more of a, it was like, I believe every artist kind of has their backup plan.
Yes, I mean, that was what I was told when I went to go study. You can sing, but just get a backup plan. And then, I went to go study psychology, and then we did practical in social work. You have your it was a sort of as bygelaste vak, And then it just opened my world and my eyes to what the real South Africa looks like. I mean, I was quite sheltered, growing up mostly in apartheid years, and then seeing this whole new world. And then I changed from psychology to social work, which on a financial level probably wasn't the best of ideas for a backup plan, you know. And I always sort of saw it as separate things, my music, my social work, and even a fundraising job I did. And now as an older 40-year-old person, they're coming together, and you see all these skills you acquired in life. Actually, they tie in like a very beautiful puzzle. And now I feel confident I can blend them, and that's what's happening now. It's very actually interesting.
And I think that's the most exciting part about it, is because we are honoured enough to see all these puzzle pieces that you've collected over the years beautifully coming together, and you get to showcase that right now. And Mzansi, let me tell you, you're going to be absolutely blown away. Luna's going to do exactly that. Entertainment coming at you from another level, and as you can hear, a heart full of gold. Her compassion and her commitment and awareness right now is something that I'm absolutely intrigued by, and I can't wait to hear your music. So thank you for sharing that with us and your journey. But the best is yet to come, Mzansi. Performances from Luna Page coming at you in just a bit, so brace yourselves for the good stuff.
The first thing I said when I walked in this morning, she's angelic. The sound of her voice is just that. Now I understand why, because she's an absolute angel. She is gorgeous inside and out. And yes, she will perform in a moment. Now, I know I'm very easily enthused, but this is a big one to get excited about. You match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto. Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 today, and you could be 34 million rand richer. That's the total estimated jackpots for your hump day. For this Wednesday, you could become Mzansi's next multi-millionaire, and it's so simple. You can play Lotto for an estimated 12 million, Lotto plus for a further 9 million, then Lotto plus 2 for 13 million. It's a biggie today. How do you get your tickets? Well, you can go in-store, just be very friendly and nice. You can go online to nationallottery.co.za. You can go onto their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app. There'll probably be a little drop down on there, or you can simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash for all the USSD, and we'll keep all of those deets up on our social media pages, so you've got no excuses. Just make sure you go and play and put yourself in the running to win your share of 34 million rand in total estimated Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 jackpots today, but you've got to play now. Well, our workers' day here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show is starting to feel like a bit of a jackpot win. We have got the gorgeous and absolutely wonderful Michaela Matthys in the house today. We're going to catch up with this incredible human being's journey, see what she's been up to. Then it's a sushi takeover for the culinary heartland. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! Yes, they're still awake. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Things are feeling incredible right now. The amount of guests that we've been talking to, the bar just keeps raising higher and higher. And right now, we're going to do exactly that again because Michaela Matthys is in the building. A multi-talented triple threat actress, dancer and vocalist, and she's here to spend the morning with us. So let's, before we do anything, take a look at her talents seen on social media.
Time and time again, but I still need reminding. I know it makes no sense.
Oh,
come
amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Michaela.
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you guys doing?
You're
Very
good.
well,
That's
thank you.
great.
Oh, seeing that you are talented in all aspects,
Yeah.
did you come from a creative family? Was there some of that in the family growing up?
Interestingly enough, yes, I did actually come from a very musical family. On my dad's side, I remember events and celebrations, and every party the uncles would like just bring out a guitar and start banging on it, and then everyone would just be singing and just having a blast with instruments. I was introduced to music from a very young age already.
And when I first met you, it was more in the sort of acting space, and I
yes.
thought you were absolutely phenomenal. I'm like, this is an actor through and through.
Thank you.
I watch this now, and I'm seeing you sing. I see what you do on social media. I see you dance. I'm like, oh, the world's not ready for your talents. I don't even think we've discovered all of them, but yet you are a powerhouse. Talk to me about how all of this came about. Obviously, there was the music from the family. There was the singing that naturally occurred from that. When did you figure that you could also move and dance as well?
I think I started dancing from a very young age in school, and then what had happened was this external dance teacher sort of scouted me and then brought me into her studio. So I started training from a very, very young age. I actually did a lot of Eisteddfods and competitions, exams, did my Western Province colours, South African colours, travelled internationally and competed there. So it really started from 2002 when I was 10 years old, and I'm still dancing to this day.
Oh,
Incredible.
you must be enjoying a platform like TikTok because it's full of
am.
dancers and it's the perfect platform for a creative like you. How have you utilized a platform like TikTok to showcase everything?
Yeah, exactly. As you said, it literally is the perfect platform. As soon as it was introduced to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is finally something that I get to share my passion with the world. I can make use of my acting, my singing, my dancing, and I do just that. So the transition was really, really easy and smooth for me because it just came naturally. So yeah, I'm really fond of the dancing trends and the lip sync trends as well, because I get to bring out my acting side, and then of course, as you saw, some singing as well.
And I think it's exactly that. It's such a cool opportunity. I think for me personally, I'm sure many of the viewers that follow you and your massive amount of fans, to see you showcasing your talents in such a fun and authentic way. It's cool to see that you firstly have these talents, but it's not just like you're trying something. It's like you're executing it with its utmost perfection.
Aww,
it's clear to see
thanks.
that there's a lot of history behind this. One of them obviously being your acting. I got to dive into this because like we see and from your performances, it's clear to see the amount of effort and hard work you put into it and how you embody those characters.
Yeah.
From the horse's mouth themselves, what is it like embodying these characters? Obviously, you're juggling all these roles in real life, but then you have to dive into such a complex character, take it on. How do you not get lost in that moment, and how do you find juggling, wearing those different hats to be quite overwhelming, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. I think for me, just being a creative by nature, it's not really a difficult thing because naturally I have to juggle so many hats in my own personal life. So when it comes to acting, it's an interesting process for me when I get to take on a specific character. A lot of these characters are not even close to who I am, but I love the part where I have to like really dive deeply into those parts of me that maybe aren't there on the forefront, but I get to pull from those deep parts of me and bring it out and express myself in a way that the world doesn't necessarily see. So it's always a wonderful process to get to play these different characters and to bring about a completely different side of me that I never thought even existed.
Oh, I love that. Wow.
Well, we are so happy you're hanging out with us today. Michaela Matthijs not going anywhere. She's going to hang out on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And of course, we've also got something really exciting happening in the kitchen. Michaela, do you like sushi?
Girl, I'm a foodie. I love food. I love cooking and all things food.
Another
so.
talent,
Yes,
come on.
you came to the show
right
on the
place.
right day because on
Exactly.
Wednesdays, it's all about the culinary hotline. So ladies and gentlemen, let's head on over to the kitchen.
Thing and then I'll speak to you. So I'm going to say it loud and I'm going to say it proud. Welcome to the Culinary Hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. We'll teach them. The past 2 weeks, we featured some truly amazing, mind-blowing local food truck talent. And today, we conclude by bringing in 2 very special guests. We welcome to our Expresso kitchen, the kitchen executive chef and owner of Sushi Fundi, Marouane Christians. That's just one of the hats that he wears, along with his sous chef and co-owner, Adnan Varen. Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. Welcome to it. And we're going to start with a famous Fundi roses, then we're going to make some rainbow supremes, and then lastly, a surprise roll. And if you've got any questions for these geniuses, let us know. You can hit us up on any of our social media platforms or drop us a WhatsApp voice note, 063-408-8863. Yo, he is flying with that precision. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Absolutely love where you are coming from with this, because we don't see a lot of South African chefs really taking ownership of the sushi space. So how did you find yourself into in this particular kind of passion or calling, if you will?
So it all started off, I wanted to be a chef, and then I worked in various brands as a chef, but not as a sushi chef.
Okay.
And then I eventually grew fond of sushi, and then during COVID I started my own business.
Aha, it's funny, that's a common thread today, hey? What COVID gave us.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Well, congratulations for backing yourself, because clearly the rewards are coming. And we were joking about this not being your main calling or business at the moment, but I think it's taking over very fast. Adnan, thank you so much for joining us. He does have a microphone on. Give me a little bit of background into your passion for sushi as well. What is it about this, I'm going to say, art form that got you so passionate and attracted you to it?
Well, I never grew up being a chef. I only started once he started the business.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was more in a different hospitality industry. And then during COVID, I lost my job. And then I just started working with him, and I just made sushi my passion.
That's crazy. Well, thank you for doing it, because you guys have unlocked the next level sushi. So that being said, what are you doing here? Talk us through the first creation and how you kind of selected for today's menu.
Okay, so I have 2 types of roses here.
Okay.
So you have the one that is your normal salmon roses with mayonnaise and the caviar on top.
For sure.
And then we have something called the Fundi roses.
Okay.
So the Fundi roses is basically, instead of mayonnaise and caviar on top, we have like a creamy prawn mixture on top.
Ooh.
So that just gives a different feel and a different taste to salmon roses.
I love that. It kind of feels like in this space, there's been so much creativity. Coming up with something new or being creative and kind of pushing the boat out must make you a little bit nervous when you're playing in the sushi space, because we're talking about traditions that are hundreds of years old, probably thousands of years old here, let's be honest.
Yes.
How do you go about kind of coming up with your creations? Where does the creativity come from?
Okay, so it all started when I studied through WPDI, which is organization funded by Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, wow.
I studied business through them, and then they taught me a lot, like in ways where we have to be creative, and something called like you create a demand. So what I done is I created the recipe, and then I looked at the clientele and what the clientele wants, basically. And then that's how I created my recipe every time, and then modified it. So my menu actually changed like about 4 times before I had a set menu. So I would get customers' feedback on what they like, what they don't like, what I should change. And basically I changed my menu according to the way the customer wants it.
I love that. And I would imagine people have gotten hold of that and they absolutely love it.
Yes, yes.
I'm looking at the way you are doing this with such ease, and I know it's a very, very practiced hand. Before we introduce the prawn elements, can I try my hand at
Yes,
just one
definitely.
of these guys? Because I love the fact that you are doing this with such precision, but you make it look simple, dude.
Okay, so what you're going to do is...
Don't laugh nervously like that.
So normally people make salmon roses. They just make the ball of rice in their hand, and then they roll it into the slice of salmon and avo. So what I like to do is I like consistency throughout the recipe. So I use the bamboo mat.
Okay, and that's how you get that nice uniform shape.
Each ball of rice the same size.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
okay, so I'm going to give it a crack, yeah?
Okay, so I'm going to do one on the side and you can do one on that side.
Thank you.
Just follow each other.
And I love it because I do, as much as I'm allergic to shellfish, I love my fish. I love
okay, so
fresh.
what you want
You're
to
going
do
to start
is,
from that side.
I find a better way. Normally people roll from this side. But the easier way, you put it in the center so the rice will hold the avo down.
Okay.
You flip it over, covering the ball. Right, so once it's on that side, you hold this finger there and you just keep rolling.
And then you go.
And it's easier.
Oh, look
and
at
it will be tight. So what you do is you take this finger and you hold it on the end.
Okay.
Right, on the cutting board.
There we go.
Right, one end, and you just dab your finger down. It will push the avo up, giving the avo showing the texture there.
Ta-da! Well, perfect is a strong term, but I think it's not bad.
That is not,
That's not bad for a first step.
You can give it another
I'm going to give it another crack there as well. I love that. So, who's the crazy chef in this little duo here? Because it must get crazy when you're kind of
depends on your definition of crazy.
I think all chefs maybe are a little bit crazy.
Yeah, so I have my moments.
He's the brains and I'm the hands.
Oh, really? I like that. I like it.
Renan is my right hand. I'm the Gordon Ramsay out there. And he's the one that takes it from there.
Wow. Okay, these are looking good, man.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
I need to come for this.
The one you made is better than the second one.
I think you're just being kind, dude. I think you're just being kind. I love it.
So it's easier to roll once it's in the center and you cover it first, and then it's easier to roll.
Oh, I hope you have a little notepad out and are taking notes, because these are absolute gems. If you love making sushi at home, you can create spectacular results with these little hacks there. Okay, I'm going to let you take over and finish off the prawn section. This says to me that you guys must have had to earn your stripes to get creative and start playing around in the sushi space. I mean, there have been some big names who have come. There's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation. How do you know you're ready to start playing like this with your sushi?
So,
did it happen in a moment? Was there a Japanese connection? How do you know?
So I've been making sushi now for about 14 years.
Sure.
For 14 years, and over the period of time, so I was part of the creation of Pick and Pay Sushi Menu, Ocean Basket Checkers, Life and Brand Portfolio, so Harbour House, all those other brands. And then during the years of growing within those companies, I've been creating recipes. And like I told you in the beginning, it's all about asking the customers what do they want. So we'd get customer complaints, they don't like the rice is too much, and then change the recipe, bring the rice down. Like that. It's all about the guest out there, what they want, so create a demand.
And I know you've cast a very wide net now across the country, and you're going global, but could we say that you've kind of created a South African sushi?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yes,
It's, 14 years track record in this space kind of speaks to taking an ownership of a particular style. I love it. We're not purists on this show. We are here for creativity, and when it comes out like this, it is amazing. Absolutely amazing to see the genius come to bear. If you have any questions relating to sushi, or I think the foodie world in general, food trucks, and how to get the business going in that space, let us know. We've got these geniuses here for the culinary hotline. Bling, ding, 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 for the next 2.5 hours. Stick around. Wow, look at that.
Awesome.
Ooh, that looks good. Yes, sushi for breakfast.
Good. Wow, guys, thank you so much for coming through. I've got another 2 parts in the kitchen. But before we get into the kitchen, once again, we've got great conversations to line up for you right now. We're talking about sleeping patterns for teenagers and why it's so important, not just for everybody else, but teenagers specifically here.
Okay, and then we spoke to her earlier, and we cannot wait to hear her perform. Ladies and gentlemen, Luna Page on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Her performance coming after the break.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. It's been an amazing day so far. So thank you so much for choosing to spend your workers' day, well, at least the start of it with us. Now, when it comes to the ingredients that go into creating your child's medication, it's vital. Oftentimes, parents want a clear choice, and today we are giving you just that thanks to Panado. It's been my go-to for years, and hopefully you too. And we're about to test our knowledge to see why an additive-free medication is the clear choice for parents needing to fight their children's pain and fever with Panado grape-flavored syrup, because it's just grape and we love it. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask a series of questions to my amazing panel. The person with the most correct answers wins. But we're switching it up just a notch. We've got a pharmacist here.
Woo!
It's difficult to say the word pharmacist and sound intimidating, but especially when he's this gorgeous and lovely. Radar Kater is here. He's joining us to give more insights into each answer. He's going to be judgy. You can be as judgy as you want about these two, eh?
Looking forward to it.
Official waffle detective for the game.
Please do not judge us. These are, I'm assuming, very tough questions. We had to go to medical school to know these answers.
She probably last night went to medical school just to beat you this morning. I have a feeling.
Graduated with a cum laude as well.
With honours, I guarantee you. So we're going to have a little bit of fun, and you can play along at home. And this first one, we're going to ease you in with a true or false. Tartrazine intolerance in children can appear as hives or nasal congestion. Is this true or false? Radar, don't answer. Don't answer.
I'm going to say true.
I also think it's true. Is it okay for me to do that?
That was a weak think. You were like, I think,
sure it's gonna have
I think you have a feeling.
You should put them into soundproof room.
Exactly. Well, let us put up the exact right answer. It is... It is true. Explain this to us,
Yeah, so
Radar.
tartrazine is a colorant that they add to food and different medicines. And yes, it is a trigger for allergic reactions, especially for kids and people that are sensitive to aspirin and also maybe asthmatic. Yeah, as I say, it's a yellow synthetic dye that they add to foods to sort of brighten it. It's a lemon yellow color.
To stain your fingers when you crunch.
That's what it is, the tomato sauce. Well, it all makes sense.
But I mean, here we can see this is absolutely clear. So it is completely free of any colorants.
Due to the body's immune response, yes, it can create an allergic reaction which can involve come up as hives or even nasal congestion. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. We both get a point.
True.
A little bit of a light bulb moment there. That's the most gracious she's ever been about winning a point.
I'm scared for the next
right
round.
that way. Question 2. What are one of the side effects of alcohol in medication for children? And I'm going to give you an A or B. A, drowsiness, or B, tummy bugs.
I reckon A, surely.
I'm also with A.
Yeah, I told you, soundproof booth.
We win or we lose together.
Exactly. I think we all know you had to join her side to win, man. Let's get that answer up there. It is drowsiness. And I suppose, Radar, this stands to reason, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So as it causes drowsiness in adults, we can understand those little bodies are even more sensitive to alcohol. So, so yes, drowsiness would be a big sort of side effect with alcohol in medication. So a lot of times companies use alcohol as a preservative. But we can stay clear for kids especially. If we can stay away from a medication that has alcohol that causes unnecessary drowsiness.
Yeah, especially before sending them off to school or something like this. I have a feeling this one is going to hit a couple of pressure points. This is another true or false. One of the negative side effects of sugar in medication is change in behavior in children.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, man.
That is true.
Even sometimes in adults, but yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, we feel it every day with the intermittent fasting, but with a kid, it's literally, it's hectic, man. But it's a true thing. It's like pressing a button, yeah?
No, absolutely. And sugars, we know, it's an all-time baddie. I think this is the despicables of medication. if you're thinking about it, it's alcohol, sugar, yeah, the colorants. Yeah, so sugar definitely changes behavior in kids due to the impact on the blood sugar levels and neurotransmitter activity. So just normally containing sugary substances can spike a kid's sugar and also subsequently give them the crashes. And in this way, definitely going to cause a difference in mood, behavior, and in some cases with sort of neurotransmitter imbalance can also cause hyperactivity in kids. So yeah, we're going to try and stay.
It's like a different child, you know. It is. It's honestly like a personality switch. Let's get in one more question. I think we can squeeze this one. It's another fact or fiction. Colorants in children's medications are not known to cause allergic reactions in children. Colorants.
I think it's possible that it could, maybe. I'm going to go with it.
Own it.
False. I'm going to say false. Am I understanding the question correctly?
No, I think you need to read it again.
Okay, can we see the question again? Can we see the question again?
I'll repeat. Colorants in children's medications is not known to cause allergic reactions in children.
Okay. So I would say false, it is known to.
Yeah, I'm also on the false side. It is known to.
So because we spoke about it earlier. So
have you been listening? Have you been learning? I love it. Let's put that answer up there.
Yes, exactly.
It is, of course, false.
So the tartrazine is the colorant, and yes, it can definitely cause allergic reactions. And you know, one thing I want to add is that paracetamol is our go-to for fevers, and it's up-and-coming cold and flu season.
For sure.
And if you're going to be, the dosage says you're going to be giving a child paracetamol 4 to 6 hourly, that's 3 or 4 times a day. So if you're going to be giving your child something 3 or 4 times a day, you'd rather not have sugars, alcohols, and colorants in it. So definitely look out for items, and there are availabilities now of products that don't have that kind of ingredients.
Rodana, I think you've boosted. See, you guys boosted his confidence in us that he started giving us maths to do as well now this morning. Look at that. Absolutely.
I can't believe it's clear.
Do you have a fever?
Where did they put the grapes?
I thought, no, surely there's got to be, because it smells so good. Like the
well, now you've got to have it now that you've opened it.
I had to test it out. This looks incredible. Wow.
It really is, and the grape flavour, people absolutely love it, and that does help as well when you're dealing with kids. It really makes a massive difference. So we've ticked so many boxes with this. The Panado grape is clearly a clear choice, and because it's colorant-free, it is a clear syrup. In addition, it's alcohol, sugar, free, which are massive, massive jumping off points for us, an alternative in the power to fight pain and fever.
New Panado grape flavour syrup, colorant, tartrazine, alcohol and sugar-free, giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavour that is great. I mean grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
Well, that is the perfect prelude for us to introduce you to our pharmacy of the week. I think you can tell how much we love our pharmacists on this show because they play such a vitally important role within our communities. This is a salute to those remarkable individuals leading the charge in healthcare, the front line. Proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, officially the sponsors of Brave. And this week, we shine a spotlight on Protea Heights Pharmacy. Let's meet the family.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Baie welkom. Ons is vandag by Spar Protea Hoogteapteek. Soos julle kan sien, ons motto daar agter op die bord is lag is die beste medisyne, en dit is absoluut die motto van ons apteek. I believe a company like Adcock Ingram is cardinal in our makeup in this pharmacy. They deliver very good products, very good services to us. It's nice to recommend good products to our customers. We're always helpful and friendly, and the reason for that is we enjoy what we do. All the people in the pharmacy, all the staff complement is exactly the same. We really enjoy, we like coming here in the mornings, serving people properly, and making friends of our customers.
I can come set from home, but always when I work in here, I always leave with a smile actually, because of the friendliness that I get in the store and friendliness that I get from the Brackenfell community.
We know your name, we know when you enter what medication it is that you use, and every time you come here, you will find us here. There won't be somebody else.
When customers leave our shop, they will always be happy and always want to come back and get the same good service that we always provide them with.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Inspiring communities, one pharmacy at a time.
We've been long in the game, healing South Africa one allergy at a time. All the sneezing, runny nose, itching of nose and throat, we've left no stone unturned. Until finally, South Africa recognized us. You've given us the courage to continue to do what we do best. Live, work, play, sleep allergy-free with Allergex Non-Drowsy. Ask your pharmacist for the full allergy range. Brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Absolutely love you and your team. A massive thank you to that family and, of course, all those pharmacists making such a massive difference in our communities. I'm going to say it, if you haven't heard it yet, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, we are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we have a performance from Luna Page, and we cannot wait.
Yeah, performance is coming through, and of course, you're talking about the vital sleep patterns for teenagers, a healthy conversation that you definitely want to pay attention to just around the corner. See you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And when we talk about feeling good, we want it for everyone, from us to the kids. And this is why I say, whether you've had a teenager or you're still going to be getting there, we all know how important it is to be able to allow them to have the best sleep pattern possible. And we're talking about allowing those to be both consistent as well as ones that allow them to just function at their optimum level. Now, sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle, which is why we brought along some experts to help us with these teenage sleep patterns. From the Medical Nutritional Institute, CEO Marianne du Plessis, as well as researcher Ashley Smith. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Thank you.
That's good. I'm so glad you guys are here because I love when we get to have conversations that allow us to learn. Ashley, I want to ask you, because not everyone knows, why is sleep so important for teenagers?
So simply put, there are three major players that contribute towards a teenager's mood and brain function. And these are hormones, stress, and too little sleep.
When we're talking about sleep, it sometimes is a little bit of a challenge. So, Marianne, can you speak to us about that in terms of why it is such a challenge?
Yeah, you know, during your puberty years, there's a shift in your sleep patterns that happens. Now, that means a teenager gets tired much later at night.
Yes.
But they need to go to school the next morning, so they can't sleep until 11 o'clock in the morning. And then, you know, a teenager goes through a tremendous amount of brain development and physical development that actually happens. And for that, they need a good quality sleep of at least 9 to 10 hours a night. And research is showing us that they are not getting close to enough sleep to really sustain them. So as a parent, you can really help your teenagers by supporting that sleep cycle. That is really a very good investment in their future health.
When I think back to my teenage years, they were so far. But when I look back, they were told us that we only had to get 8 hours of sleep. And now that you say 9 to 10, I'm like, oh my goodness, I did not know that. But then let's talk about what are the things that we can sort of look out for when it comes to symptoms in terms of maybe the sleep pattern not being what it needs to be.
Yeah. I think the first sign is to have a look at daytime fatigue, because that really influences their focus and concentration during the school day.
Yes.
And then also look out for tasks that are not completed, you know, academic performance that is busy declining. Those are all first signs that you can really have a look at and see and make sure. Then you must remember, if you don't get enough sleep, you're actually feeling emotionally exhausted and drained. And that can lead to a lot of negative emotions. And that makes teenagers just more irritable, and that can sometimes lead to this unnecessary emotional outburst. And we must remember, if you are more tired and don't get enough sleep, you're more prone to stress. So instead of having a good night's sleep, you are lying awake, stressing about schoolwork, friends. You know, there's a lot going on in teenagers' life. So we have to really look out for those signs, because if you don't act proactively, you know, it can lead to development of mood disorders like anxiety and depression.
Oh, wow.
So it is quite serious. As us parents really need to be very proactive when it comes to our sleep cycles of our teenagers.
Sure, and already it's such an emotional time, so just adding the lack of sleep to that, that's just a recipe for disaster. But Ashley, we know that M&I is always here to help, so how can we help our teenagers sleep a little bit better?
Establishing a healthy sleeping pattern is very important. Sufficient sleep leads to a happier child with better emotional control, behavior and mental health.
Yes.
Sleep-Advanced Kids from M&I contains well-researched ingredients in optimal amounts that are known to optimize your sleep patterns, improve your sleep quality, and also help combat the effects of too little sleep that you feel throughout the day. It's non-addictive, and so you don't form any habits, and another big advantage is that you don't feel drowsy the next day. Sleep-Advanced Kids comes in chewable tablets, and it's available for children between the ages of 8 and 18 years old, and you can get it without a prescription at your closest pharmacy, or you can get it online at mnilifestyle.co.za. And then if you have any other questions that you'd like to ask us, please feel free to reach out to us at expert@mnilifestyle.co.za.
You had me at chewable tablets. I used to love those when I was a kid. So it's nice and easy. You just take it with everything else when you're having a meal.
It's a great taste.
You see, there we go. Sold even more. Thank you so much, ladies. A fruitful conversation indeed for our teenagers. And this is the thing. In the symphony of life, our sleep patterns do determine the tempo at which we go through in terms of those highs and those lows. And M&I is happy to help us just do just that when it comes to our teenagers. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3.
Thank you so much, my friend. 1 minute past 7. Let's dive right into our national news here in South Africa. And we start with the Minister of Police, Becky Cele. He says that there are more illegal bars than schools, clinics and churches in Ananda and surrounding areas. Quite a statement to make. They added that the Commissioner of Police, General Fanel Masomala, were in Durban yesterday for a crime imbizo. Ananda, Umlazi and KwaMashu are the regions in KZN where the most murders have been reported of late. Ananda is among the 5 deadliest places nationally. In fact, I wonder where that ranks globally. They added that hangouts are not regulated. Crime flourishes in that zone. The police will thus focus on ensuring that pubs and liquor stores comply with required legislation. Now, let's keep it in South Africa, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has paid homage to South African citizens and others who received national orders yesterday. Congratulations to the 32 recipients. Some posthumously as well were honored during a ceremony held in Tshwane. The prestigious national orders, the highest awards in our country, are the Order of Mendi for bravery, the Order of Ikamanga, the Order of Baobab, and the Order of Lutuli, and the Order of Mapungubwe, the Order of the Companions of Oar Tambo. These are all massive accolades to be earned, and among the recipients were Professor Mulalo Tuyoyo, a renowned scientist in the aerospace field, who received the Order of Mapungubwe posthumously as well. To his family and to his fraternity, we certainly send our love and prayers and congratulations. Now let's cast a wider net now and hone in on international headlines. And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says military action against Hamas in the city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip will be carried out regardless of the outcome of ceasefire negotiations. Bit of a disconnect. So UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said an assault on Rafah now would be an unbearable escalation of the war. More than half of Gaza's 2.5 million population is in the Rafah area, having fled there to escape the fighting. Now, conditions in the city are dire due to a gross lack of food, water and medication, as we have seen in the media. And America again voiced its opposition to an invasion of Rafah unless Palestinian civilians are properly protected, which seems like an impossibility. Now, let's bring it closer to home, where former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has been appointed to head the African Union, or the AU's election observation mission here in South Africa. Obviously, a big month for us, building to our national elections. South Africans will go to the polls on the 29th of May in a hotly contested election. I think it's going to be a game changer. The AU's teams expected to observe the elections from May the 21st to June the 3rd. And the objectives of the AU election observation mission here in South Africa is to provide impartial reporting and an assessment of the quality of the May 29 elections, and to ensure that the polls meet regional, continental and international standards for democratic elections. And we round off with this. Patricia Tiplier, head of wild animal rescue and advocacy at Four Paws, says she was absolutely elated when the lion couple, Nicola and Vasalina, found their forever home at the incredible Lions Rock Big Cat Sanctuary, a haven in Bethlehem in the Free State. The two have quite a story to tell. It began when both lions were born, 2021. They escaped lives as privately kept cubs. Nicola was discovered malnourished in Montenegro, and Vasalina, she was found in the Ukraine, and she was struggling with underdeveloped muscles because of her conditions, and taken in by Four Paws at Valida Big Cat Sanctuary in the Netherlands. That's where their journey to recovery began. They recovered and were soon inseparable, as you can see. Just look at the state of that mane. And now Nicola, very proudly alongside Vasalina, can thrive under their sun, the African sun, at their forever home, symbolizing a tale of resilience and companionship. Boy, don't we all need a totem like that right now. An incredible story to round off our news. For now, we'll touch on those headlines again at 8. Let's get a bit of a catch-up on all of the footy action from last night.
Incredible stories, G-Man. Thank you so much. But let's dive into the world of sport and see if the incredible continues. Now, Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. emerged as the hero, netting a brace, including a late penalty to secure a 2-2 draw against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final first leg. Now, despite Bayern's second-half surge, Vinicius' equalizer sets up an entertaining return leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, with both teams eyeing a spot in the final at Wembley. Well, sticking to football news, and the United States and Mexico have withdrawn their joint bid for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, redirecting their efforts towards securing the 2031 tournament. Now, the announcement made in a joint statement by both countries' football federations comes just ahead of FIFA's scheduled vote to determine the hosts at a meeting in Bangkok. Now, with their withdrawal, the competition now sees competing bids from Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands, as well as a solo bid from Brazil. We'll now move over to the world of cricket, and white ball head coach Rob Walter unveiled the 15-member squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. Now slated for the 1st to the 29th of June in the USA and the West Indies, Aiden Markram will take charge of the team, marking his inaugural World Cup stint as T20 international captain. Now, the squad features 2 debutantes, batter Ryan Rickleton and Dolphins fast bowler Otniel Bartman. Now, the team also boasts experienced batters Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, David Miller and the promising Tristan Stubbs. And speaking Spearheading the pace attack are Kagiso Rabada as well as Heinrich Nokia, and backed by Marco Jansen and Gerald Coetzee. Well, lastly, in the world of sport, we dive into tennis, and second seed Carlos Alcaraz continued his impressive form at the Madrid Open, extending his winning streak to a record equaling 14 matches. Now, Alcaraz battled past Jean-Leonard Struff in a hard-fought contest, prevailing 6-3, 6-7, 7-6 to advance to the quarterfinals. Now, meanwhile, top seed Yannick Sinner overcame a hip issue to secure a comeback victory over Karen Kachanov and reach the last 8. Incredible stuff indeed, and we'll dive into sport again in the next hour. For now, though, a lot of you heading out on the roads. Let's see how we can serve you when it comes to traffic. And here's Zoe with the latest.
Thank you, Ryle. Let's start off with traffic in Kempton Park, Johannesburg. There's been an accident on the R21 southbound. It's before OR Tambo interchange. 3 right lanes are closed, so please exercise caution while driving. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And news on matters water this morning concerns Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who's to meet with Rand Water next week to ensure Gauteng's water supply remains stable during the upcoming 6-month water shutdown starting in October. This decision follows the Department of Water and Sanitation's announcement of a shutdown for the Lesotho Highlands Tunnel. Speaking at an African United Business Confederation roundtable in Johannesburg on leadership's role in economic growth, Mashatile explored alternatives with Rand Water's CEO to mitigate the shutdown's impact. Options include redirecting water to the Vaal River system from the Sterkfontein Dam and others, aiming to avoid water shortages in Gauteng. Rand Water has reassured communities that water supply will remain uninterrupted. And it comes down to our sunrise views, and we absolutely love them. For our first one for today, Alison from Brixton is sharing a warm sunrise with us, and of course a beautiful bird in the foreground. If you would love to share yours, do so on WhatsApp. That number is 063 408 8863. But let's take another look at your temperatures for your Wednesday.
Smooth vocals like Nina's. I need a little bit of smooth in me as well. And of course, Nina's going to be bringing us an exquisite performance. And when I say exquisite, it really is. It's going to take you to another place. Perfect for your day off, which is great. And then, of course, I'm still trying to figure out why I've been invited to play the bad breath game, okay? We're going to do a little... Don't laugh, dude, okay? We are going to have a little bit of fun exploring the zone of bad breath and what we can do about it. But at least we've invited Michaela to join me for that, to raise the coolness just a little bit. We'll see you in a sec.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's time to play a game. Yes, now when it comes to bad breath, do you actually know what's causing it? Do you know if you have bad breath or not? Well, today we are going to put our presenters and a very special guest to the test to see why it is so important to complete the clean with Listerine. And that's for the ultimate oral hygiene. And it's a game that we're going to be calling Bad Breath 101. Now, for those of you, just in case that have been living under a rock and wondering who this beautiful soul is, no, it's not a new presenter. She's better than that. A dancer, an actor, so much more, even a singer right now. We were chatting to Michaela earlier on the show, and now we just can't help but exploit all her talents.
I'm going to lean away from you as I say this, but Michaela, you could be a presenter on the show.
I mean...
But we just sit one person apart.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so the game is really simple, okay? It's a true or false game. I'm going to basically ask you a question, and then I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, and on 1, you've got to give the answer at the same time.
On 1.
Yes, so no one can cheat, all right? It's almost like a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
With a twist. You ready?
Terrible at things like this. I get this feeling. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can play along too. The first question goes like this. Is this true or false? Poor oral hygiene causes bad breath. 3, 2, 1.
True.
True from both.
On
the
one.
correct answer is... It is true. Okay, so although halitosis has multifactorial origins, the source of 90% of the cases is oral cavities, such as poor oral hygiene, periodontal or dental disease, tongue coat, food impaction, unclean dentures, faulty restorations, oral sarcomas or sarcinomas, we'll work on that word, and throat infections. Wow, guys, you all...
It's just as well you said it, because I was going to say it, and then I didn't want to embarrass you.
Thank you. Thank you, G-Man. I appreciate that. All right, so we go to round 2, and yes, the host will get the next explanation correct, I'm sure. True or false? Water causes bad breath. 3, 2, 1.
False.
Ooh, I feel like she's sneaking in.
If this was a 100-meter sprint race, okay, which one of us would be disqualified, okay?
Okay, false start.
So we got a false from both of them. The correct answer is false. Correct. This odor-free fluid helps flush from the mouth the bits of food, germs, and stuff that we feed upon. Drinking water promotes the production of saliva, which acts as a constant cleaning agent and dissolves stinky substances in food and drink. Nice.
And actually, having a drink of water first thing in the morning, it takes the good kind of bacteria into your belly, which I didn't realize. That's how we kind of initially would do that. It's amazing to me,
Smart stuff, yeah, man. Look, we're getting educated and we're still playing a game. We go to round 3 right now.
It's tied.
It's tied. We've got 2 points each. The next question, of course, true or false? Stress causes bad breath. 3, 2, 1.
False.
True.
Ooh, okay. So G-Man went false. Michaela went true. The correct answer is... true. It has been reported that both incidence and intensity of halitosis increases in stressful and anxious situations.
Wow.
I think that's a PR campaign launched by people with bad breath.
I was just thinking of, the fact that stress can cause, changes in your body naturally.
Oh, for sure.
So it makes sense that it would cause, bad breath.
So did you also get a medical degree last night?
I mean,
so both Zoe and Michaela went out and got medical degrees.
Health consultant to the list of pros here. The last and final question of the day.
Okay.
Michaela's 1 point ahead. The question is, does gum problem cause bad breath? True or false?
True. Oh, well, you didn't count this.
Okay, well, we
was that a trick?
unanimously correct for a true, yeah. The correct answer is true, yes. One of the main symptoms of this gum problem is bad smelling breath and an unpleasant taste in the mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, officially we have a winner. Michaela Matthys in the building!
Well done, well done.
Well played.
The thing is, she's not going to tell anyone about this. You don't run up to a stranger and say, oh, I won the bad breath competition this morning.
Maybe you can for one of those intimate scenes that you perhaps get into in one of your acting careers. We never know. But look, we got you all covered, Mzansi, and I hope we educated you along the way. So other than poor oral health care, these are a few of the things on the list that give you bad breath. But no need to fear when Listerine is near to help you on your journey. Now listen, we are so enthralled by everything happening on the show right now that we got to bring in another performance. So taken to the stage right now to perform 2 songs called G. I'm not actually sure of the pronunciation of this, so I'm going to leave it up to this incredible artist right now. It's Gee My Ritme, and thank you. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Luna Page. Enjoy.
Yay.
Good morning, my name's Luna Page. I'm going to sing you a song of my new Afrikaans album. The song's called Gee my ritme.
Gee my toch 'n sang soos 'n gevoel, groot of klein. Gee my iets om oor te sing, soos woorde wat verandering bring. Gee my 'n rede om 'n melodie te skryf. Gee my iets om te doen met hierdie lyf. Want daar is soveel om oor te sing, soveel om oor te droom, oor dinge gewen en oor dinge verloor. Daar is hoop wat nooit beskaam, en pyn wat in die skadu skuil. Die wêreld skreeu as stories uit. Gee my ritme om deur die dag te kom. Gee my 'n rede om op te staan, soos die rooi valk weet wat hy weet. Gee my kennis om drade vas te maak, waarheid wat my vrees bedreig. Gee my 'n plek wat tuis te bied, soos water oral die plek vind. Gee my iets goeds wat my aan iemand anders bind. Want daar is soveel om oor te sing, soveel om oor te droom, oor dinge gewen en oor dinge verloor. Daar is hoop wat nooit beskaam, en pyn wat in die skadu skuil. Die wêreld skreeu as stories uit. Gee my ritme om deur die dag te kom. Gee my ritme om deur die dag te kom. Gee my ritme sodat ek kan stap. Gee my ritme dat ek 'n pols kan hê. Gee my ritme dat ek my sê kan sê. Gee my ritme om deur die nag te kom. Gee my ritme sodat ek kan dans. Gee my ritme dat ek 'n pols kan hê. Gee my ritme dat ek my sê kan sê. Want daar is soveel om oor te sing, soveel om oor te droom, oor dinge gewen en oor dinge verloor. Daar is hoop wat nooit beskaam, en pyn wat in die skadu skuil. Die wêreld skreeu as stories uit. Gee my ritme om deur die dag te kom. Gee my ritme.
Are you auditioning and getting ready for Tropica Island of Treasure? Well, don't let joint and muscular pain hold you back. Deep Heat is your go-to warm-up solution and SA's #1 choice.
Oh, yes, and here's an extra incentive. The top 7 contestants heading to the island will each receive 10,000 Rand from Deep Heat. And remember, you can upload your audition with the hashtag Deep Heat and the hashtag Tropica and tag MyTropica.
Who knows, you could be competing in Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's time to reach your full potential.
Get Deep Heat and conquer the island.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. And you're just in time because it's another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Oh, our ting-ting-tings need more coffee, that's for sure. Well, we have the owners of Sushi Fundi, Marwan and Adnan. They're joining us today for our food truck takeover. Now, prepare your taste buds for a culinary journey like no other. The chefs will be preparing a salmon and avocado roll topped with a creamy prawn mix and garnished with their special teriyaki sauce. This is unbelievable when it comes to watching you build and put the sushi together. But chef, when it comes to cooking the perfect texture for rice, I know sushi rice is a little bit different to your normal rice.
Yes.
What is the right consistency or the trick to getting it nice and sticky?
So the trick to, so not a lot of people know that the sushi rice, it's mixed with, so we cook the sushi rice, we first soak it for about a few minutes. And then when we cook it, it cooks about for like 45 minutes in the rice cooker. You can't cook sushi rice on a normal pot, on a normal gas stove.
Okay.
Use a special pot for it. Once it's done cooking, we have a vinegar mixer. So the vinegar mixer is what makes the sushi rice sticky.
Okay.
So the vinegar mixer has sugar, salt, and rice vinegar inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now talk to us what you've done here. You've added some rice to the seaweed.
Yes. So we have a nori sheet here, right? That's seaweed. I added some sushi rice to it. As you can see on the nori sheet, there's a shiny side and a rough side. We always put the rice on the rough side so it can grip better. So when you're rolling, it's not falling off.
Okay.
Okay. So you can also give it a try.
I'd love to. Okay.
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to just the tip of your fingers, right, inside there, and then you just want to rub it on the other side of your fingers, and then that is to grab the rice. Because the rice is sticky, we just wet our tips of our fingers and we put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much rice is appropriate?
So basically to cover the whole seaweed.
Okay, so I will do that while chef,
just continue with
you're going to continue. So we've put down some beautiful salmon. Of course, this is what we are creating, right? That is our finished product. So you want the layers to be defined.
Yeah.
How often do you get to explore with sushi recipes, or do you kind of stick to the traditional sushi that's already existing?
So like I'm going to explain, this is called the Rainbow Supreme. So you get something called a normal rainbow roll, which is this one over here. So that's the normal rainbow roll, which has salmon and avo inside, salmon and avo on top. So what I've done is I changed the rainbow roll into my own Fundi rainbow roll, basically.
Okay.
Because I like to have my own signature dishes. So as my customers love the prawn mixer, I took the rainbow roll and I added the prawn mixer on top with the teriyaki sauce.
Okay.
So basically, I'm exploring it all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Well, that's fantastic. So how often do you prefer feedback from your clients? Do you prefer from
Yes,
your...
I do.
And they must say, you know what, I really love that sauce, or can you add more of that?
Yeah, so when we're interacting in the food truck, I always like to get feedback from the customers. Look here, pop us a message on IG or TikTok or anywhere, just to tell us how was your experience at Sushi Fundi. As you know, like the market is big out there, so there's a lot of sushi places. So I like to take feedback from the customers and then alter it to the way they love it so that they can come back to me instead of other places.
Fantastic. See, that's the best of being a businessman. So, okay, I need to still finish up with getting the rice all over my rice paper.
All right, cool.
Well, not rice paper, my seaweed.
Okay, so basically with the... Can I jump in?
Yes, please.
So with this, you've done an amazing job. The only thing is you want to spread, the seaweed must be covered with rice.
Completely?
Yeah. So,
okay.
So the amount of rice that you put on is nice.
So it is the right amount, not too much, not too little.
Amount. I'm just going to spread the amount that you have into to cover the seaweed.
Okay.
Basically. There we go.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you're going to flip it around.
Okay. This is the first time I'm learning how to make sushi.
Okay. So I'm going to cut your filling inside. So with the filling that goes inside, I like to have consistency throughout the roll. So as you can see, it's the same height.
Okay.
The salmon is the same height throughout the roll.
So it's ideal if you're a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making
sushi. Yes, very much, very much.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the avo in, and then you can just finish off by rolling it close.
Okay.
So
is it possible to roll it without one of those little mats?
You can, yes, but you won't get the consistency throughout the roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm cutting the avo in an angle. So the one side is thicker than the other side. So what this does is, once you roll your sushi roll, the avo slides under the fish and closes the cap so that as you see other places, when you pick up the sushi, it's falling apart. So that prevents that, so it makes it roll tighter.
Okay, okay. So now, Chef, we've got all our ingredients in.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna, because I have one mat, I'm gonna roll this one, I'm gonna explain, and then you can roll that one.
Okay.
So what you wanna do with the bamboo mat, that's called a bamboo mat. You cannot make sushi without the bamboo mat. You can, but it's not gonna look nice.
Okay.
Okay, so the bamboo mat basically finishes it off. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your index finger, and then you're gonna put it in there, right? Just hold the filling.
Okay.
You're gonna have it about 1 finger away from
the edge.
From the edge, yeah. You're gonna roll it, and you're gonna flip your mat on that side of your salmon. Once you have that, you just tuck it in. Make sure you hold this finger here. Do not move this finger. You lift up there and you push forward.
Okay.
And then your roll is done.
Ah, look at that. Okay, this is pressure. You just give it a...
You can do that one, and then I'll just finish that off.
Okay, so let's see if I listened well. So it needs to be about a finger away.
Finger away.
We're going to go in with tucking...
Yes, that there. And then you bring this over to the salmon on that side. So
and then
tuck in at the bottom.
Tuck it in.
You hold your 1 finger there.
1 finger there.
You lift this up, and then you just slide forward.
Just slide forward.
There we go.
There we go.
Just
Ladies
press.
and gentlemen,
Yeah.
I made sushi.
Let's see it.
Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, done.
Ah,
Nice and tight.
look at that. Nice and tight.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
So
And we'll just like...
I'll show you how to finish it off.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to hold the edge of the roll with the side, and you're going to just
push it.
Push it forward. So you can see that makes now a square, and that side is still round.
Okay.
And then you want to do it that side as well, and then.
And then you're good to go to just cut it into...
Yes.
Into 8.
So what you want to do is you want to slide your 2 fingers down, and this one you're going to press on top. So this 2 stays on the cutting board throughout.
Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay. I'm so happy I got my
I'm just going to finish this one.
sushi lesson. If you perhaps have any questions for Marwan or Adnan, let us know. Our WhatsApp line is open. This is the point of the culinary hotline. If you have any conundrums, perhaps you've tried making sushi yourself, or even the rice, and the chefs are here to answer those questions. So feel free to send us a WhatsApp on 063 408 8863. We will be back with our chefs a little bit later.
Thank you.
Oh, look at it. Absolutely crazy.
Pick my jaw up somewhere. So
No, let your jaw walk on itself over to the kitchen and bring something back for us, please. We got to say it very proudly. Welcome back to our Handy Heroes series. We love this. This is where we get to celebrate the invaluable advice found in our local hardware and paint stores.
Yeah, it's time for you to get ready to ignite your inner handy hero as our store experts reveal top Plascon picks and share their invaluable painting insights. Have a look.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Fourways Paint and Hardware, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
We want to ensure that all our customers walk away with a good experience and be the #1 in our area. Plascon Easy Living Paints is only sold at paint expert stores. It's a competitively priced quality product that a lot of people find great to use in their houses, interior or exterior. I'd say Plascon Double Velvet is my favorite Plascon product, as it stood the test of time as being the most washable interior velvet sheen paint. It's also zero VOCs and has the Breathe Easy technology for virtually no odor during and after painting.
I like working with Plascon paint because of the quality of the paint. And there is no complaint from the customers complaining about the paint. That's why I like working with Plascon.
My DIY tip today is to prepare your surfaces properly before painting by fixing any cracks and imperfections. Also to use a mild soap cleaner like our Polycell Sugar Soap before painting. As well as when you're ready to paint, use some painter's tape for some nice sharp edges. My Handy Hero motto is to measure twice and paint once. By taking time to plan, you'll make less mistakes and have a more successful outcome.
Nice.
Paint on, Handy Heroes. You've got this. Let's go colour the world beautifully with Plascon and turn every DIY dream into a very vibrant reality. We'll see you in a sec.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Micatex, strong enough to endure anything.
All you can
welcome back. You are just in time because earlier this week on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we visited one of Woolworths' fresh cut flower suppliers in Grabouw Valley to learn more about how they farm with tomorrow in mind. Now today we have their senior horticulture technologist, Dr. Wafika Vardin, here to tell us more about farming for the future and what it means to the consumers and our beautiful planet. Now it is so amazing that we get to have this conversation because I love fresh flowers, but perhaps you can shed some light in the importance when it comes to healthy soil and the impact that has on fresh flowers.
Thanks so much for having us, Zoe. So soil health is everything, if I could put it that way, because if you have good soil, overall you're just going to have a healthy plant, and by the time you actually harvest these flowers, the overall quality is just better, it looks better. And if you sort of want to think of how do you measure that it actually is better, there's a number of things you can look at. So it can be stem length, it can be the thickness of the stem, perfect petals,
yes,
without any blemishes, and that's really what we're chasing and what we're after.
Oh, well, I love that because that is the difference with Woolworths. You always keep these things in mind. Now, farming for the future, it is massive for Woolies. Now, what kind of practices does this apply to the production of flowers?
Okay, so there's a whole suite. If we're just looking at flowers in particular, the one that's really making a difference on our farms for our growers is the use of biological stimulants. So there's a host of benefits to actually using those. You get the soil holds the water better, nutrient uptake is better, you actually just get healthy roots, good root growth. So that's something we are just really looking at and wanting our growers to adopt. And then the second thing that really stands out for me is actually just good record keeping on the farm, because farming for the future, it's a program, but it's specific to the farm. Okay. So it's in the context of a farm. No two farms are ever compared. And if you actually keep really good records of what you're doing over time, you can train that data to make better decisions on the farm. And when, for instance, there's bad weather or there's a pest or some sort of threat, your first line of defense is not necessarily a chemical. You know that your plants are actually healthy because you've been monitoring for a while. You see that in your data. So you actually, it's just like the human immune system. Okay. If you're strong, you can withstand. And that's actually what we're hoping to achieve with our plants and our flowers.
Oh, and we can see it. I mean, we can see it. Look at these beautiful, beautiful flowers in this arrangement. Now, I have to say, whenever I buy a beautiful bunch of flowers from Woolworths, it lasts longer. And you will not believe me, but I bought a green shrubbery. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. You're probably laughing at me now. But I bought it last year during the Rugby World Cup. It is still alive and in my bathroom. I will take a picture. No one believes me when I say, but I remember it was one of the round games and we were hosting and I bought some fresh greenery for the bathroom. They were out of the eucalyptus, so I just went for the green bunch. Okay. And it's still alive in my bathroom. How come Woolworths' flowers last that much longer?
So it starts with what's going on the farm, and it's back to that whole conversation of healthy soil. So long term, what we want to see is we want to build up these good soils, get really healthy plants so the customer can get flowers, and ultimately the direction we want to go is at the end of the day to say, okay, we can actually add an extra day to the guarantee for the customer. And people want to buy product that lasts long. So if you say the flowers are going to last 7 days, that's an expectation you create in the customer's mind. And then if we just play back that to farming for the future, what the big game changer is in terms of regenerative agriculture is by focusing on the soil, there's so much benefits for the farmer with better production. But aside from that, there's also just overall benefits for the planet. So with that, you should see increased biodiversity. The soil should hold carbon better. So good for our people and good for our planet.
Oh, I love that you're keeping everything in mind. And of course, each bunch also comes with the plant food.
And our logo, we want the customer just to look out for the logo when she's shopping in store.
Okay, which logo are we referring to?
Farming for the Future logo.
Farming for the Future, right over there. Oh, fantastic. I hope the camera got that, but yes, it did. Oh, Wafika, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing these beautiful bunches of flowers with us. And regenerative farming is the future and Woolworths are the leaders. Now, every time you see the green farming for the future logo on your Woolworths products, rest assured that they are committed to the well-being of you, your family, and our beautiful planet. Now, you can visit Woolworths Farming. In fact, it's Woolies Farming for the Future. So that's Woolies Farming for the future.co.za for more information on how Woolworths uses regenerative farming practices.
All right, let's get ready to celebrate Game Store's 54th, that's incredible, 54 years. It's their birthday and we're going to do it in style and stand a chance to win some incredible instant and weekly grand prizes worth 1 million rand.
Okay, I'm listening.
Boom.
You've got my attention. This is exciting stuff. We're talking about everything from store vouchers and online coupons to Paul's single scoop ice cream vouchers.
Nice.
The rewards just keep getting better. Plus, don't miss out on the chance to score big with weekly grand prizes. We're talking about laptops, TVs, printers, and cell phones. Oh, the list goes on.
Yeah, man. 1 million rands worth of, in fact. So let's see how you get in there. So there is something for literally everybody. And all you have to do is shop, scan, and scratch to play. And here's exactly how you do it. So to enter, simply purchase any product from Game in store and then scan the QR code that is on your till slip. Follow the prompts to enter for a chance to win some very exciting prizes. And you can also enter by purchasing any Game Store product online and then using the link provided in your order confirmation email. That's 2 ways.
Oh, it's exciting stuff. I hope you are ready for this. And you can win instant vouchers ranging from 50 Rand to 1,000 Rand,
Nice.
plus over 1,000 online coupons valued at 250 Rand each. We don't want you to miss out on these grand prizes, including laptops, TVs, printers, and cell phones. Can you get more excited than this? I don't know.
It's brilliant. It kind of feels like a game show and a promotion at the same time, but we love it. And there is a little bit more.
There's more?
Just wait, there is more. You could also receive Paul's single scoop ice cream vouchers, and they are absolutely delicious. And try the very special pink birthday flavor in celebration of Game's 54th anniversary. And they will have nailed that pink as well, I guarantee
Yeah, this is stellar. So what you're going to do, just head over to expressoshow.com for the full terms and conditions and get entering now. And that's going to allow you a chance to stand to win your share of all this magic. Now, remember, the competition closes Friday, the 31st of May this year, 2024. Good luck.
So we're going to take the quickest of breaks. It's been a while since we've caught up with the celebs, and Michaela is very kindly, graciously offered to step in and help us disseminate some of our entertainment news.
Yeah, and then we've got some pamper idea for you for Mother's Day. Yes, that's coming through around the corner. So got the inspiration that you need in case you're figuring out what to do for Mom. We got you covered.
I'm nervous.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, yes, yes. We're back, Mzansi. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is time to switch things up and dive into the world of entertainment news and catch up on our favorite celebrities with some of our favorite celebrities. Michaela Matthys is joining us.
Oh, fantastic. So, Michaela, we've got some local news and, of course, local talent that we would love to share with you.
Amazing.
Now, how does this sound? 10-year-old DJ Sophia will be performing at the free Cape Town International Jazz Festival concert taking place tomorrow. That's Thursday, the 2nd of May, at the Green Market Square. Now, if there's one thing that this dynamic young spin master wants people to know about her, is that she's energetic and that they better be ready to party as she loves to entertain. We have a little sneak peek, so take a look at this.
Okay, hold up now.
Only 10 years old.
It's like kryptonite for my Mensa when you play a song like that.
Oh my gosh, what an opportunity for a 10-year-old. I mean, I've been a Jazz Fest fan for forever, so that's incredible to see. Wow.
Yeah, man. And also, someone so young, captivating an audience and making them groove like that, that's impressive.
That place looked lit, so yeah.
It did. I'm having FOMO right now, but you can still jump in on the action. And we're going to jump in on the next trend right now that we're talking about in entertainment news, and that's Blue Ivy Carter has joined her mother Beyonce as the voice cast of the new Lion King prequel. We're talking about Mufasa, the Lion King. Now, she will be Kiara, the daughter of King Simba and King Nala, and it is played by her mother. Now, the new film, directed by Moonlight filmmaker Barry Jenkins, will explore Mufasa's origin story and his childhood with brother Scar, and it will be released sometime in December. So, yeah, the family getting in on the action.
Wow.
Michaela, what do you think about this when it comes to child acting at such a young age? Do you agree with it? Do you think it's maybe a little bit too soon to be flung into such massive stardom?
No, I think the younger the better.
Yeah.
Like, it obviously depends on your upbringing and how you're raised. And I think if your parents have a good hand on you, you'd be raised in the right way, you know, not to take things to the head and to be humble.
That's
keep the
true.
humility
Yeah.
alive. So, yeah, I think this is phenomenal. A mom and daughter duo.
Crazy.
Like, oh, my gosh. And Lion King, we've all grown up watching Lion King, so that's really exciting.
Oh,
It really is. I mean, I'm excited. I didn't even know there was going to be a prequel. This is news to me.
I'm sure JP Sebastian's going to come through and give us the latest scoop of that, so I can't wait for him to fill us in on the latest. But wow, exciting stuff indeed.
I can't wait.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are talking entertainment news. So our next story is Justin Bieber, who recently went to social media to post a series of photos where he appeared to be crying and is working on ways to get better. Now, a source told ET that he has been facing some difficulties lately. He has been having a hard time and hadn't been feeling like his usual self, but his wife, Hailey Bieber, has been there to help him through it. We know wasn't he diagnosed with Lyme disease?
I believe so, Johan. It started to affect a part of his side of his face, and he couldn't have control of it. Recently, though, when you do see him in the media, he seemed to be okay, but I think this is possibly, I wouldn't call it a relapse per se, but I think some symptoms are possibly coming through.
Yeah.
You ever go through challenges like this when you've been granted with, let's say, like a massive role, you've got to show up on the day and then a sickness or something affects you? What do you do in those situations?
Oh, 100%. It's so difficult to navigate through those situations, but I think you're just forced to put on a brave face and to face the day, and then when you get home, you have to deal with everything. But I think that's what you have to do, deal with it. Don't just just go brush over it. You have to deal with it. So that's very heartbreaking because for me, it's a cry for help. Not many people post about those types of things on social media. So it's very brave of him at the same time to post something like that and to get the necessary help that he needs.
Great insight. I mean, definitely making yourself vulnerable, and you don't know how that's going to be received, especially the way we put up this facade of like men shouldn't be crying, and online seeing this change come through. I'm here for it, and I'm here for the bravery that you mentioned. Great sentiments indeed. Now, we carry on with the stories and the countdown to the Met Gala. Now, we are counting down to the Met Gala 2024, effective affectionately referred to as fashion's biggest night out. Now, this is a charity event and a fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. Now, it has traditionally been timed to mark the opening of its annual fashion exhibition, and year after year, the event raises 8-figure sums.
Sure.
It really is incredible, and it's a spectacle that we love to chat about. Now, the 2024 Met Gala will take place on Monday, May the 6th. That's happening very soon, and it's going to celebrate the Costume Institute's new exhibition, Sleeping Beauties, Reawakening Fashion. Whoa. Now, this will be hosted by Zendaya, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, and Chris Hemsworth. Absolutely ugly people in the... Oh, wow, that is an incredible host lineup right there. Jeepers creepers. How are we going to concentrate?
Listen, the Met Gala is, I mean, okay. Someone that always rocks the red carpet for me is Blake Lively. Oh, yes. She's always had the most interesting looks. So I'm hoping she'll be there this year, and I can't wait to see what she's going to come up with.
Kelly, you ever get like nervous when you're prepping for the red carpet? Obviously, this has been a casual thing for you of late. This is like every week you're at another event. How do you feel the pressures of having to show up and being asked who you're wearing?
Oh my gosh, the pressure is getting worse always.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just, you know, I just go and have fun and enjoy myself, and I try to take that pressure off myself and just be in the moment. So yeah, I try and just forget about everything, forget about all the people, and just realize why I'm there and why I'm doing it. Yeah.
I love that. And with all these talents that you've showcased throughout the show, how do you see yourself going about the next few, let's say, months? Because I know in the next few years, anything can happen. But the next few months, where do you see yourself exercising and executing some of your new talents?
Ooh, okay, so I think with the acting industry, I definitely like to step into the action field to do those stunt roles. So,
let's manifest that. Let's put that out there. Yes,
those are some skills I'll need to hone in order to get there, which I have been honing as well.
Nice.
And I think with singing, we'll see something a bit later on in this year. Fingers crossed. So yeah, there are some things that are in the pipeline.
Okay.
Well, please know you're always welcome back on our Feel Good Breakfast show.
Thank you.
Mikasa Sukasa.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you so much, Michaela, for spending your morning with us. We really, truly do appreciate you. We love seeing your journey as it continues to grow. I still do feel like this is just the beginning, because you haven't even touched on using those talents to their best abilities.
Absolutely.
But that time will come soon. So we'll chat and catch up again. Thank you for your time. And thank you, Mzansi, for being a part of the magic right now. It doesn't stop here. We've still got a lot to look forward to. Another hour on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But official duties must commence, and G-Man is standing by with the latest.
Thank you so much, team, and thank you, Michaela, as well from my side. Let's dive right in with our national news coming to you just before the turn of the hour. Now, today is, of course, Workers' Day, observed annually in South Africa to celebrate workers' rights and, I think, importantly, acknowledge the role that they have played in the struggle against apartheid. In view of this, the City of Tshwane has recognized its sanitation workers who play a vital role in safeguarding hygiene. This demanding work often takes a toll on workers' physical and mental well-being. Tshwane Environment MEC Ziyanda Zwane said it was of crucial importance that the work done by waste workers is recognized, as each has a significant role to play, because city dwellers just can't have a day without refuse collection. They're a vital cog in the machine. Now, staying in South Africa, Minister of Police Bheki Cele says there are more illegal bars than schools, clinics and churches in Inanda and surrounding areas. Cele added, and the Commissioner of Police, General Afani Masemola, they were in Durban yesterday for a crime in Bizo, and Inanda, Umlazi and KwaMashu are the regions in KZN where the most murders have been reported as well. Inanda, in fact, is among the 5 deadliest places nationally. Cele says that if hangouts are not regulated, crime flourishes. And the police will thus focus on ensuring that pubs and liquor stores comply with required legislation. Now let's cast a wider gaze now and look at some international headlines breaking over the last 24 hours. Many farmers in Uganda have hired gunmen and dogs to protect their cocoa as thieves attempt to cash in on the crop's increased value right now. So global cocoa prices have, prices have reached their highest point in over a decade due to an intense drought. And Mutanga Grace, the CEO of Mkulima Exports in Uganda, says roughly 30% of the cocoa beans produced in the East African country are being pilfered. And he said farmers in the country are using armed guards and dogs to protect their cocoa, and a key ingredient in products such as chocolates, ice creams and cakes, as we know well in your Feel Good Breakfast show space. Now, a little further afield, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, facing much criticism right now, says military action against Hamas in the city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip will be carried out regardless of the outcome of ceasefire negotiations. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said an assault on Rafah would be an unbearable escalation. And more than half of Gaza's 2.5 million population is in Rafah as we speak, having fled the fighting in other areas. And conditions in the city are dire due to a lack of food, water and medication. And America again has voiced its opposition to an invasion of Rafah unless Palestinian civilians are properly protected, which at this point seems all but impossible. And then we've got a beautiful story to round off with. The UK's Queen Camilla has lauded a group of incredible yachtswomen for their brilliant victory in a groundbreaking global race. So hosting the maiden crew at Clarence House, captained by Heather Thomas from Yorkshire in the UK, she celebrated their historic triumph in the Ocean Globe race, where they were the first all-female team to conquer a round-the-world yacht challenge, surpassing 14 boats from 8 different countries. And Vuyosile the Kwamashu resident, that's Kwamashu in Derbs, she made her own piece of history as part of that maiden crew, becoming the first black African woman to circumnavigate the globe. This is massive, and South Africa's jubilant response understandably highlights this monumental impact of this achievement. Think of the wake, excuse the pun, of what's going to happen behind this. And she expressed immense pride in representing her homeland and eagerly anticipates her return after an extraordinary journey lasting over a year. I have a feeling now that the bug's bitten, she'll be back out there soon. But an inspirational note to round off the news headlines. Let's get into the sport.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's dive into the sport world one last time and moving over to the action in football. Now, Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. emerged as the hero, netting a brace, including a late penalty, to secure a 2-2 draw against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final first leg. Now, despite Bayern's second-half surge, Vinicius' equalizer sets up an enticing return leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, with both teams eyeing a spot in the final at Wembley. While we carry on with football news, and the United States and Mexico have withdrawn their joint bid for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, redirecting their efforts towards securing the 2031 tournament. Now, the announcement made in a joint statement by both countries' football federations comes just ahead of FIFA's scheduled vote to determine the hosts at a meeting in Bangkok. Now, with their withdrawal, the competition now sees competing bids from Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands, as well as a solo bid from Brazil. Well, moving over to cricket action, and white ball head coach Rob Walter unveiled the 15-member squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024, slated for the 1st to the 29th of June in the US and West Indies. Now, Aiden Makram will take charge of the team, marking his inaugural World Cup stint as T20 international captain. Now, the squad features 2 debutant batters, Ryan Rickleton, and Dolphins fast bowler Otniel Bartman. Now, the team also boasts experienced batters Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, David Miller, and the promising Tristan Stubbs. And spearheading the pace attack are Kagiso Rabada and Heinrich Nokia, backed by Marco Jansen and Gerald Coetzee. Exciting stuff indeed, but we carry on with the headlines in sport and move to tennis. Now, second seed Carlos Alcaraz continued his impressive form at the Madrid Open, extending his winning streak to a record equaling 14 matches. Now, Alcaraz battled past Jan-Lennard Struff in a hard-fought contest, prevailing 6-3, 6-7 and 7-6 to advance to the quarterfinals. Now, meanwhile, top seed Yannick Sinner overcame a hip issue to secure a comeback victory over Karen Khachanov and reach the last 8. Well, from all our sporting news, we move into the world of weather one last time, and here's Zoe with the latest.
Thank you, Raul. Let's take a look at your weather. The South African Weather Service has warned of severe fire risks anticipated in the Eastern Cape's Walter Sisulu and the Enoch Mjima local municipalities, as well as in select areas of Limpopo's Vembe and Mopani district municipalities. Meanwhile, Sandparks firefighters in Cape Town are actively monitoring fire flare-ups in areas including Newlands, Fernwood Park and Kirstenbosch, with movements observed towards Orange Kloof. In response, Table Mountain National Park has closed hiking trails spanning Newlands to Constantia Neck, as well as those leading to Maclear Beacon and Back Table, including paths from Camps Bay to Hout Bay. This precautionary measure follows wind shifts and overnight flare-ups, prioritizing public safety. Well, we're going to finish off the morning with one final sunrise view, and Nancy from Pennington is our final view, saying Happy Workers' Day. Well, what a beautiful view indeed. Thank you for that, Nancy. If you would love to share your view with us, our number is 063 408 8863. But here's a final look at your temperatures for today.
So here's the good news. You could become a multi-millionaire today. It's a reality. If you match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2, there is an estimated 34 million rand in total jackpots ready to be taken home today, this Wednesday. You could become Mzansi's next multi-millionaire.
Wow, that is a lot of money. Now, you can play Lotto for an estimated 12 million rand. There's Lotto Plus 1 for 9 million rand and Lotto Plus 2 for 13 million rand. And you can buy your tickets today in store on the National Lottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs, and you might get some of those millions.
Take them all. Take them all. I don't mind. And you can head over to the Expresso social media platforms to get all of those details again. Just make sure you put yourself in line for your share of 34 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots today. Play them all and play now. Good luck.
Oh, insane how much money that is. And even if you don't have a lot of money, we still got some great ideas for you for Mother's Day coming around the corner. Yes, we got Pamper Day ideas that you're going to absolutely love. And let me tell you, there's a lot of options here, especially ones that won't break the bank.
Completely. And then, of course, Nina Page is going to be performing for us. Luna is incredible, and she is going to be performing something truly special. Maybe we'll call it a little pre-Mother's Day celebration. We absolutely love having her here.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Well, Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Now, taking a step back from daily responsibilities to relax with your favorite pamper products in one hand and a cup of coffee or tea in the other hand, that really is the picture of perfection for every mom. Now, make her dreams come true this Mother's Day with the sweetest scents to the most luxurious lotions from Woolworths. And here to take us through their ultimate beauty gift guide is professional makeup artist and content creator, Renee de Wit. Renee, it's so lovely having you here.
Thank you, Zoe.
Now, for you, you're a mom yourself and you're a very busy individual. How important is having that me time, and what are those me time must-haves when it comes to a me day?
I mean, I think every day should be Mother's Day personally. I have teenage girls, just saying. So for me, it's the sensorial experience of the fragrance. It's the nostalgia. It often takes you back to certain times in your life. Like, for example, a room diffuser.
Ooh.
How incredible is this? This takes me back to my honeymoon in Italy. Immediately, I'm transported. So for me, it's really important just to have that moment where you bath, you relax, you experience not just the scents, but just the relaxation.
And really just spoiling yourself. I mean, when it comes to scents, whenever you come into studio, I always compliment. I'm like, oh, you smell so incredible. I really do, because you really smell amazing. Now, you brought some of your favorite scents along. So how would you gift some of these scents?
Just a few of my favorites.
Okay.
And I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to take this all home with me. Thank you so much.
Early Mother's Day present.
Early Mother's Day. So for me, I love layering fragrances. So I would go with something safe. If you don't really know what someone likes, go with the Willie's range, which is so lovely because it's unisex. You can layer it. My personal favorite is the peony. I just love that tuberose peony fragrance about it. I love layering it. If you're really not sure, get a candle or give a beautiful gift set. This is really great because this is the bath set.
It's perfect.
Shower gel, and you get all the layering, you get a lovely face cloth, which is divine. That's incredible as well, if you really want to do the ultimate spoil.
So I need to open this and show you. It is beautiful. Here you have, oh, and it smells incredible. This is magnolia. We've got the body scrub, we've got the fragrance soap, we've got the body lotion as well as
the layering, right, to prolong your fragrance.
Okay.
This, I think, is really quite modern and edgy, and I would love this on my bathroom counter. I think it's just such a gorgeous piece to have. And then you also have the classics like the Isimiyaki. I mean, I thought I would match the outfit.
It matches you today.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect for that.
Tom Ford, I love this new packaging. I think it's really quite interesting. And it's a gorgeous fragrance. You should try it. And then you've got all these beautiful Coach packaging. The Jo Malone's always a classic. I sometimes just used to spray this in my bathroom.
Oh, just
and then
that
I have this tip where I do this. I spray, delay, and then I walk away.
Okay.
Spray, delay, and walk away, because then that fragrance just hugs you. Okay. It doesn't necessarily sit on your clothing.
And that's also quite nice, because when you enter a room, people will be like, you smell incredible.
Right.
What is that smell? And I love it when people can't exactly pinpoint what fragrance you're wearing, and it keeps them guessing.
Yeah, especially when you do layer it, and there's a bit of magnolia and a bit of tuberose and a bit of green tea. So it is quite tricky when you're buying someone a fragrance. If you really are in doubt, candle, room diffuser, bathroom set. Really, really easy.
And I mean, if you also want to just pamper someone that is close to you, perhaps that mother figure or friend who's a mom herself, these gift sets are incredible. I mean, you said you wanted this in your bathroom, which is
so
also
beautiful.
The one fragrance. It's a hand wash and lotion gift set. Always super handy. And I love that we have beautiful packaging. I mean, this is another gift set that is absolutely incredible.
And this is lovely because it's a little roll-on. So if you're traveling, you can pop it in your handbag.
Okay.
And then it just prolongs your fragrance throughout the day.
And we also have a hand sanitizer. I mean, sometimes the hand sanitizer, you definitely need it, but you also want one that smells nice.
Exactly. And also another bit of layering here. You've got the shower gel, the body lotion, the fragrance. Every single thing on this table can be layered. But it's a touch and go. You need to figure out how to layer every single fragrance.
And go in store and try out your favorite fragrances. I think that's the best way to also figure out what fragrance suits you. I personally, whenever I go and sample a fragrance, I wait for compliments. And generally the fragrance that gets the most, like, oh, you smell nice. I'm like, okay, that's a good one for me. Thank you.
No, strangely enough, male fragrances really suit me, and that's the one I always wear. And you always go, what are you wearing? It's actually my husband's.
Well, see, play around and have some fun. Discover your own scent. Now, bring relaxation to your mom with the perfect indulgent spoil this Mother's Day. Plus, you get 25% off 2 selected beauty products, including home fragrances and candles until the 12th of May, 2024. Now, shop this offer at Woolworths. It's available in-store, online, as well as on the app. And we have 1,000 Rand Woolworths gift cards to give away. Now, for you to win that, you need to enter and reply to the competition post that's on our Facebook or X page with a photo of your ultimate Mother's Day beauty spoil from Woolworths, or tag us and Woolies at Woolies Beauty in your photo on Instagram. Remember to include that hashtag Woolies Mother's Day. The competition will close on Sunday, that's the 5th of May, and those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Well, we are ready for another performance here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Luna Page.
I'm Luna Page and I'm performing a song called Thank You. A little bit about being full of gratitude even in the bad times. They say last year was one of endings, and it sure brought me down to my knees. They say it was one that cleaned out closets to reveal all of our darkest fears. Yet I am still around, though a bit faded. Yeah, I'm still around, a little less jaded. They say this year is one of new things. If you're willing to get off of your knees, if you see going down as a necessity to reveal all of your truest needs, and know that you're okay in this moment, and there is no sense in delaying your own growing. So I'm gonna thank you now for the good times, for the beauty in you that you shared. Gonna thank you now for your willingness to reach out to love and be old before you let me go. Before you let me go. They say true love lasts forever, but I think they might be lying to you. 'Cause come sun, come rain, come stormy weather, love is a season too. Oh, when it calls you out to play in its splendor, and it spins you round and round until you surrender. So I'm gonna thank you now for the good times, for the beauty in you that you shared. Gonna thank you now for your willingness to reach out to love and be old before I let you go. Before I let you go. I wish you always love, no regrets. After the rain, may the sun shine overhead, with thankfulness for the good times, for the beauty in others you shared, with thankfulness for the willingness to reach out to love
Wow! Incredible how you can have such a beautiful voice in 2 different languages and they sound both so phenomenal. And speaking of phenomenal, we're going to keep that going right now. We've got phenomenal entertainers right here, phenomenal chefs, and we're going to do something phenomenal. We're talking about sushi. Back in the kitchen right now for one last section of the Culinary Hotline Bling. And of course, we are going to be diving into another little bit of entertainment with Luna Page in a bit. So Mzansi, you've got a lot to look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Don't go anywhere. We might have a little bit of a taste just before we get into anything else. So, Michaela, you hungry?
Oh, yes,
any choices right now?
Definitely the deep fried.
You can go for it right now if you want.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're gonna have a quick little taster before we show you just how we're gonna make all this magic. Obviously, Marwan and Adnan are standing by, but we have to honor our guests here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Can I go
You said it was your favorite. Tuck away, enjoy. And the face says it all. Clearly, we've got some winning dishes right here. So, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We're going to be showing you just how to prepare all this magic in just a bit. Oh, it's going to be good. Is it a win? Yes.
Very dry, tight, sensitive skin. Relieve itchy skin in just 60 seconds with Aveeno Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion. Aveeno.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back to another and the final installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ching, ching, ching! I'm so excited for this one. I've been dying to see all the incredibleness that's been happening in the kitchen. And obviously for the past 2 weeks, I think, we've been featuring some amazing local food trucks. And today we conclude by bringing in our 2 special guests, which you've seen throughout the morning. We have executive chef and owner of Sushi Fundi. We've got Marwan Christians along with sous chef and co-owner Adnan Farind. And we've got the very special Michaela Matthys here, just because she loves sushi that much and she's done such a stellar job on the show that we had to reward her and maybe just put it to work a little bit, right?
Oh, I don't mind.
So, Marwan, I'm just going to say again, thank you for what you've done already on the show. Wow, everybody in the studio is just salivating at what you've created. The color, everything about it, it just looks so inviting. But it doesn't stop there. And I know a lot of people also don't necessarily like raw sushi, so you've got an option for us when it comes to that first, right?
Yeah.
Putting two more things together, what we're working on first?
So we are going to work on the surprise roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a surprise roll prawn for you guys and then a surprise roll salmon for you.
Surprise rolls, or what's the surprise exactly, bro?
It's a surprise.
Okay. Well played.
So it's a surprise roll, basically. It's a normal roll. Choose a salmon surprise. I have a salmon mixture for you that I'm putting on top. If you choose a prawn surprise, I have a prawn mixture that I'm putting on top.
Oh, nice. And I know anything that's been created by you is going to be absolutely exceptional. So that you could call like the cherry on the top, for lack of a better word, when it comes to the sushi. Now, I know so many people, after watching the show right now, are dying to want to get more of your creations, more of what you and Adnan are doing with regards to the flavors you're bringing together. Where else, and what can we expect from you in the future? I mean, where else is there an opportunity to maybe get more of you? Is there one?
Yes, there is one coming up. I am starting, I'm going to talk about it. In this month, I am starting a dark kitchen.
A dark kitchen?
Yeah,
what is that?
So I call it a dark kitchen because it's hidden.
Okay.
So you can't really go there and order anything from Sushi Fundi. You have to go, it will be on all delivery apps like Uber Eats, Mr. D.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
So you're bringing the magic to the people.
Yes,
I love that. And more people adds that, because that means without it being an actually functional restaurant, it means you can actually put out more orders. That means more people get to get the magic. I see Michaela's probably smiling by that because she's planning a couple girls' nights.
Yeah, that's happening for sure.
Is that something that, I know we joke about the fact that you love sushi, but
Yeah.
is it a real love? Is it something that you often find yourself using as like a celebratory meal maybe?
Well, I love deep-fried sushi. I'm not a fan of raw sushi, anything raw. So the surprise really is very exciting for me. But I'm just a foodie in general. I love cooking, I love baking. So anything in the kitchen, it's like one of my passions as well.
I'm glad you said that, especially because I do love raw sushi and you love fried. So this is like the best of both worlds, getting to be, I think, ticking the box when it comes to what we want in taste, sensations and experiences. So we'll get into the fried version, which I think you're going to absolutely love. Excited there, but while we're sticking to the raw version right now, it really seems so simple, man. You make it look so easy. I've seen people like really struggle with getting that like consistency in the rice, especially getting it to stick together. Any little tips if we are trying to do this our own?
So when you work with the rice, keep your hands wet.
Okay.
The rice doesn't stick. And then basically, like, so this mat does the trick. So when you're rolling, you just want to have roll it as tight as possible. So when you're cutting, it's not going to break. Number one. Number two, when you're using the knife, you want to dip the tip of the knife into the water. And as you can see, if you lift it up, the water's running on the edge of the knife. So when you're cutting, it's not pulling the rice because the rice is sticky. It's actually going to glide through.
Absolutely incredible. Is this your knife, by the way, as well?
Yes, this is
it looks
one
like
of my
it was
babies.
like crafted with 30 layers of Japanese folding techniques. It looks like a sword of some sorts. This is something you carry with you wherever you go, right?
Yeah, this one and that one is my baby. Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we pretty much...
This mat I have now for 14 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay, so it's not... Okay, there's like history behind this. I can't even think about the incredible creations that I've had. We've got so many comments also coming through right now. We just finished off on the raw sushi roll that we just made. But Gary Ocamp has a message that he's just said, do you ever season sushi? I noticed when making it, no salt or pepper is added. Gary Ocamp coming through the question there. That's a good note, actually. I realized that too. What's the reason behind that?
So like I always tell people, so the reason why kids love sushi most of the time, like my daughter can eat like 12 pieces now straight. So anyway, kids love sushi and other people, well, mainly people in general love sushi because in one bite, there's about 11 different flavors. So that's why we don't season it. So there's 11 different flavors because you're tasting the seaweed, you're tasting the rice that has the vinegar, the sugar, and the salt in. Then you're tasting the avo texture and the protein that you want inside.
Wow. Okay.
And then the sesame seeds and then still your sauce. So there's a whole lot of flavors. So your taste buds is always confused and that's why you want more.
And the magic is laid in all the ingredients itself. You don't need to do anything more than that. What I think we do need to do now, though, is dive into the world of deep fried because Michaela's looking hungry. She's salivating over there. She can't wait any longer.
I'm just going to finish this roll.
Right? All right, so we're just finishing this last roll over here right now that Marwan is completing. But on Adnan's side over there, he's waiting there diligently to showcase. And I think he's going to maybe teach Michaela how to put this one together. Yeah. Let's hope so. So we're going to put her to the test. She's got a lot of talents. Let's see if she's got this one.
Yeah, so with the teaching part, as you mentioned, I am diving into giving classes, so you can call me up and then I will, within the comfort of your own home.
Oh, wow.
So if you're a bunch of people and you want to do it at home, some entertainment, have your wine, we do your sushi, and then I will teach you guys how to make sushi.
I hope you heard that. So reach out to Marwan and Adnan. They will be able to come to your doorstep, teach you how to make sushi, instruct you on the entire process, and that will allow you to show off with your guests once you've been educated by these pros over here. So this looks incredible, looks delicious. We've still got a little bit of time, so let's rush over to our deep fried section. But, oh, I just got to admire the technique here one last time as Marwan finishes this. Ah, man, it's like an artist just doing his thing in his flow state. Well played, man. Well done.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you the opportunity quickly to cut it and then she can fry it.
Okay. So I'm cutting this. Oh, is this moving over to the fried section?
Yes.
Ah,
so
okay.
I'm just going to cut it in half. So what I'm going to show you your 2 fingers. In the center, so you find your center first. All right? You want to slide the knife in and then forward down.
Ah,
so basically
okay. I got you. I got you.
So in the rice a little and then forward down.
And forward down.
Straight cut.
Okay, let me try that again. So we got this side over here. Just get it in the rice a little bit. You've got that 2-finger water. Make sure we use the water.
There we go. So you can just lift the knife up so it can runs down. There we go. With your center.
And got the center, I think.
There we go. Forward down. There we go.
Ooh, okay. Hey. That's a lot of pressure. I can't handle this anymore. Michaela, I'm going to hand it over to you. Let's go to the deep fried side and let's start that journey up because so many people love deep fried sushi. They can't resist it. How are we doing this one here? Adnan, what you got for us?
Okay.
You know talk? I'll explain. Okay, cool. So basically you have your batter and your panko breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So in the batter you have your tempura flour mixed with soda water. Soda water just puffs it up.
Oh,
nice, it keeps it
interesting.
crispy. Yeah. So when we're frying, you always want to keep one hand dry for the breadcrumbs, and you want to keep one hand into the batter. You never mix them both.
Mix up together. Okay.
You don't get that
messy,
exactly,
sticky
yes.
situation. That makes sense.
Your fryer at 170, 180. So you're going to put into the fryer with your dry hand.
So
that the batter doesn't fall into the fryer as well. And then,
Caleb, you're paying attention to that. You've got to make sure you
can
keep a
just bring
dry
it
hand.
closer and then you can just flip it
it's
over.
like frying a chicken fillet,
There we go.
basically.
There we go.
Ah. And
then
she
you
did.
can use this hand to
Okay,
just
this
the
one?
other hand.
That one? Dry hand, got it.
And always.
Okay, the foodie skills coming
There
through
you go.
here. You won't like
that's,
Caleb.
that's a very good tip, right? Like, because
And
you don't want to mess your fryer up.
I've often, and not in the world of sushi, but in the world of like just chicken, trying to crumb chicken. I've been in that situation, and man, that tip is so vital. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's pretty much as simple as that, right? You're done with that. That goes into the deep fry. How long do you kind of fry this
So
for?
basically, it's just until golden brown. So
Okay.
because the roll is already constructed already, you don't need to fry anything inside. You basically just want to fry the batter and the crumbs. And for all the tempura lovers, they like tempura prawns being deep fried, so we're going to give that one also a try.
Okay, so as you can see from what's already been created, there is a version that has already been deep fried, and you can see that deep fried prawn, panko prawn on top of the sushi.
Yes.
And wow, guys, you have created an absolute festival of flavor, a creation that looks beautiful. The color is just profound, and I want to say thank you again for coming through. Marwan, Adnan, you guys are doing the most, and I'm so excited to see this journey continue as you open up your dark kitchen.
Thank you so much.
And you start educating people at their homes. Again, Mzansi, reminder to you, reach out to these gents if you want to encourage this world. And we're going to be diving some taste tests in just a bit. Yeah. For now, though, let's get our fry on, and thank you. That's a successful edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Well played, guys. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Well done, Ryle. It's been a humbling day for all of us today. We love that. Well, let's look at the flip side of that coin and an opportunity to make your mark in the biggest way, just like our Zanele Potelwa is doing, heading to Tropica, Island of Treasure, as the hostess with the mostess. And she is joined by some superstars in Zanzibar. I'm talking about TikTok sensation Chad Jones, Umutle Gela, Nkobile Kwezi, Carl Kugelman, Hungani and Glovo, Ndabi Nokeri, and hashtag Beat Bobby Fun Yas Felt. That is going to become a real thing, I promise you, by the end of this season.
Okay, well, you only have 5 more days to get your auditions in and stand a chance to join the celebs on Tropica Island of Treasure. Now, remember, you can email your auditions to tropicaauditions@gmail.com, or you can upload them onto social media, or in fact, that link that is available at My Tropica's social media pages.
I'm going to say put them online, man. This is your chance to make your mark, but if you ask a little bit shy, you've got both options. And by simply submitting your audition, you already stand a chance to win one of 3 Wenger watches, valued at 3,000 Rand each. They are exquisite. Plus, if you are in fact selected as a contestant, you will walk away with 10,000 Rand in your pocket, courtesy of Deep Heat.
Oh, remember, you have until Sunday, the 5th of May, to submit those auditions. This is your chance to win your share of 1 million Rand. Now, that is smooth. And here is your reminder on how to enter.
We're in Zanzibar for Tropica Island of Treasure. Are you? Did you just swim here from South Africa? There's an easier way to find fame and your share of a smooth million Rand fortune. Simply upload your audition to social media, explain why you're a match for our celebs. Add the hashtag Tropica and tag @MyTropica, and we could see you in Zanzibar. Buy a Tropica now and enter to be on the island.
All right, so the good tidings keep on coming this morning. We are so proud of this kid. Stood beside me and a little bit jelly. He is the brand new host of My Design Rules. It's going to be massive. I think this is going to take our notion of design to another place. Are you ready, my brother?
I'm so excited for this one, Mzansi. You don't understand how this show is going to change lives. It's exciting, it's creative, and we've done something even special. Gone around the world to bring some of the inspiration to your doorstep. I can't wait to chat to you about this in just a bit, Mzansi, so don't go anywhere. And we've got a little game to play. Guess the meal. Who's going to be the winner? Find out after this.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, there is a reason why we are so excited. One of our own has got an incredible opportunity to have a lot of fun. Yes, but I think change the game in design. Get ready for a design showdown like no other. We are very thrilled to reveal the launch of My Design Rules, a captivating interior design competition that will be airing on SABC3 starting from August the 17th and will be hosted by our incredible Ryle de Morte. Can we get a proper round of applause for that? This one, I think, is going to be a big one. And Ryle joins us alongside executive producer Brad Balsamo Vandenberg, is obviously freshly added a new name to his, which is fantastic. But they're going to be spilling the beans on their Milan Design Fair adventure. They needed the inspo, and I think they got it in spades, getting that inspiration for an epic season. And they're going to be sharing how you guys at home can enter the competition for a chance to win a shared prize of 400,000 Rand. Gentlemen, welcome to it. Brad, I'm going to shake your hand officially on air because until it's happened on TV, it's not real. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this. This is our happy place. We love design on this show, but this takes it to another level altogether. Buddy, are you ready for this challenge? I know you're ready to embrace it, but this is next level, my friend.
I was ready to embrace it, but when we actually started the investment into finding and sourcing the inspiration for the show, I was absolutely blown away. And we'll talk about that in just a bit, but Brad and I had such an incredible opportunity to literally go and travel to Italy, Salon de Mobilia, and go and dive and discover some of the inspiration for what is bringing the latest trends when it comes to home design, inspo, textures, colors, materials, you name it. So I'm more than ready. I'm excited, man. This is a really crazy time where this world of design and tech are blending in such a unique way.
New world. It's a new, I was going to say, this is a new frontier, and that is so exciting. And I know I say this is our happy place. This is your real house, but this is where you shine. Break it down for us, if you can. What is My Design Rules?
So it's actually a spin-off of Winner Home, if you remember that, and the hugely successful show. It is, you know, like Ryle, he entered a reality, competition.
Sometimes we forget.
We forget that's where he started. And, you know, you think back to the very first Winner Home where Donald won, and now he's this incredible interior...
He's the guy.
Architect. So I think this is an opportunity for youngsters, 3 to 5 years work experience, or at least in that kind of early stages of the development. And what better place to go into national television and make a mark?
And plug into a network as well. There is something magical about Milan. There is something magical about Cape Town when it comes to design. And I think there are some polarities that need to be connected in that sense. That being said, what are you most excited about? How do you think this is going to play out, my friend?
I think what I was initially excited about were the obvious reasons of seeing how these homes are going to transform and how we're going to be able to take a lot of the inspiration that we were able to find overseas and somehow blend it with the South African market and see how it works. But it actually now begs the question of, I'm more dying to see how the contestants deal with this. Because for me, I think that's the obvious case. But how are these contestants going to navigate the different challenges of working in a kitchen, working in a bathroom? I've gone through this process.
I was going to say, you've experienced it.
I put blood, sweat, and tears into this. And I'm like, I don't know if they're actually ready for what they need to do. It's going to be like all's on the line, and we're going to get like front row seats to see, I think, intense moments where big decisions need to be made and big repercussions can come from this. And in a world where construction and manufacturing and design are all coming together, it's a recipe for something crazy.
And I think it's quite relatable. You know, when we used to do it and win a home, it was always new builds. But this is a renovation issue. And on top of that, it's a heritage building. So if you are fortunate enough, I mean, a lot of us own, or those are fortunate enough to own a house, you always sit with that conundrum like, oh, I wish I could renovate my bathroom, or I wish I could redo my kitchen. I think this is where this excitement is going to come, is let's show them the steps. And, you know, everyone loves to see a great before and after. And so we have this ripe, kind of beautiful lady in the right position in Sea Point, which we are going to tackle. We've got some wonderful befores, and hopefully we're going to have a wonderful result. There it is.
There's the great
And there's something special about it. You know, we always say buy, and this is my motto in property, always buy in the best area, the worst property, because that's where your growth lies.
That's where the magic is.
And if we could get more and more people to say, well, let's invest a little bit of money into our house, and when we sell it, we're going to get great returns. We're going to build people's wealth. So it's going to be, yes, an entertainment show.
It's multi-dimensional.
Exactly.
Oh, completely. And there is nothing quite. If you've worked with contractors, one day's difference can cost you hundreds
100%.
of thousands.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just the competitive element here. They've got to deal with budgets.
Yeah.
They've got to deal with a sense of reality. When you talk about reality TV, this is going to be very, very real. It's hectic in that sense.
And remember, your second person does not have to be an architect. So it could be your lover, your best friend, your
inspo,
mother.
your muse.
Exactly. So let's see how that kind of under pressure. You know,
the cool thing about it, though, is that, and I didn't realize this, is that they will be getting a mentor that's going to be guiding them along. So they're not fully thrown into the deep end. There's expert advice coming along. And what I think is the added value in the show is that the viewer's not just watching a show, but you're literally getting educated with every single episode. And a lot of what we're putting into these homes relates to every South African. When you're talking about finding efficiency in space, maximizing your design, maximizing a moment, having these prime features that draw your guests in. We're taking this to a space where I think South Africa can relate. This is not just the top billing end of the spectrum. This is taking all that good stuff, but bringing it into a real life example that you at home as the viewer can also be like, hey, I love this idea. I want to incorporate this into my home.
And it's accessible as
100%.
well. And I think that's something that we often miss in these things. We watch a show like a reality show coming from overseas, and you think that's not for us. This is very much for us. I think right now people are Googling the value of square meterage in Sea Point. Because this speaks to, because a lot of people are probably sitting on a gold mine. They just need the right renovations to get them there. And she looks beautiful. There's something a little bit old school that I love. So I hope that they keep some of the old as they introduce the new, because I think there's magic in these heritage buildings
100%.
that needs to be sustained. Milan, what did it give you guys, apart from a really good time?
So I think if those have been to Decorex, you kind of know what to expect. Now take a Decorex one hall. I think there were 27, around about that, halls. It took us an hour to get from one point to the next. Okay, so that was one of the scary thing. And then on each and every day, 250,000 people in a hall. Okay, so you are trying to film, and everybody else is also trying to film. So
it was actually impressive. Brad and I, and we had Mfundo on camera. We were working like this special ops unit.
It's guerrilla style. You got to do it. Yeah, no, for sure.
And Brad's amazing, and he's like,
you're the human shield. You got to do this. And we build a wall. You know?
He's chatting to some, and we built up some incredible connections as well, and some great, I think, brands that might come to South Africa.
The network grows.
But literally, you capitalize on this time. We spent about 3 days. We didn't even get to see all the halls.
We didn't.
There were 20 odd halls. We only covered like 6 of them. In that moment, Brad's going around networking, doing his thing. We're interviewing, he's blocking. It was absolutely incredible. We were overwhelmed with inspiration, with texture, with color.
Or maybe seeing all of the halls would have been too much. You might have actually just like fallen down in that sense.
There were some definite trends that came through.
I love that. We're gonna have some time to do a deep dive in this space. So congratulations on this brand new baby, and the grand old dame that's going to get a facelift as well. She looks exquisite. How do we enter?
Oh, it's pretty simple. Look, you can currently right now head over to cordova.tv and you can find all the information there on how to enter. It's just simply sending a video of yourself and possibly your partner, and also include some of the experience that you have in construction. So whether you're just a handyman, an architect, whatever it is, just provide information on why we should choose you, why we think and why you think you should be on the show, and you'd be a great candidate to take this home to the next level. So you can head over to cordova.tv for that, and we'll be adding some social media channels in the near future. So definitely look out for it, because, this could literally change your life.
Gentlemen, congratulations. My Design Rules is coming to South Africa. Cordova.tv is where you can find your plugin.
Oh, well, the fun and games doesn't end over there, because if you're hungry for some fun, play along, because it's time for another round of Guess the Meal. And today we are playing the Lunchbox Favorites Edition. Now, I'm going to show my 2 contenders. It is Michaela Matthys and our performer, Luna Page, and they are going to see a series of mystery items that are typically found in a lunch tin, and they need to tell us what they think it is. Now, while we play, we'll also get to enjoy and snack on our very own cheese and butter sandwich. Michaela, Luna, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to put some blurry images on the screen. So let's get the first one up, and I'll give you a clue. Your clue is, I'm the main attraction.
I'm the main attraction.
Cheese
What do you
sandwich.
think? That does look like a cheese sandwich.
Okay, let's see the answer. Let's reveal. And the answer is indeed a cheese sandwich.
There we
Well done,
go.
ladies.
Thank you.
It's nice and easy. Nothing to straight. We just eased you into it. Okay, let's get our next image up. Our mystery image. Can you guess what that is? Your clue is, gotta keep it fresh.
That seems like a pastry of sorts with a strawberry on top. I have no idea.
Okay, Luna, what do you think?
Some fresh cream.
Berry and berry and maybe yogurt and berry, or
I would say something that involves fresh cream and strawberries.
Oh, I think you both are far off. Let's reveal, because I think it is an apple. Yes, it is! See, I'm playing along. Okay, okay. Sorry, ladies.
Well done.
It was an apple. Got to keep it fresh. If it's not fresh, it turns brown. Okay. These are lunchbox favorites.
Okay, got you.
So think back to when you were in school, what mom might have packed or you would have packed for yourself. Let's move over to our next one. Picture number 3. And your clue is, I come in different flavors.
Yogurt.
Ooh.
There we go.
Do you also think yogurt?
Well, it makes sense.
Okay, it does make sense. Let's see. You are
there we go.
correct
There are the
indeed.
berries in the yogurt.
There we go. Well done, ladies. Okay, you got 2 out of 3. Let's see if we can make this 4 out of 3. 3 out of 4. Let's see. Here is your picture, and your clue is, most kids don't get me, but adults see my value. Ooh.
Wow, this is
Muffin,
difficult.
It looks a little, can it be
It
a
looks like a muffin, but it also looks like
kids
a...
don't
But
get
kids would like muffins.
Kids would like muffins.
So-
So it has to be something nutritious that kids don't necessarily like or would want to eat.
That's so difficult.
Let's see what it is.
What would you pack in your lunchbox? You want to go for muffin?
Maybe it's another fruit? No, I don't think so. I have no idea. Okay, I'll go for muffin, but I don't think it's a muffin.
Yeah, no, it's hard to see what it
It
is.
is hard to see. That's the point of the game. Let's see. Let's see what the
Brown
answer
muffin.
is. Nuts. Oh, I love nuts growing up.
That's a good.
Okay, it is a good one. Okay, let's move over to our next clue. Let's take a look at our blurry image. And the clue is, homemade is always best.
That's
there
a
we
muffin.
go. There we
That
go.
is
Let's
much
reveal. And yes, ladies, you are
brown
correct. That is
muffin.
indeed a muffin. Okay, so you've only missed 2. Let's see if you can get the next one. Now, your clue is, I doubt other countries get this in their lunch tin.
Built on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It has to be.
It is definitely.
Yes.
Love me
There
some
we
Bolton.
go. Definitely. Let's see if this is our final one. We've also got a clue for you. There's pictures on the screen. Very blurry, very interesting. But your clue is, if you got this, you were winning.
This is very blurry. Like
I know.
If you got this, you were winning.
Yes.
I want to say a slice of cake, but I have no idea. I don't know if someone would put that
If
in
you
their
got this,
lunchbox.
you were winning. Was it like maybe chippies or something? I don't know,
Maybe
if you were winning in school.
I'm
Have
going to
to
go with
be
a slice
some
of cake, but I don't think so.
I get it. I get
Do
it.
you know what it is?
Okay, think lunchbox. Think
Yeah.
the lunchbox.
Thinking
And
lunchbox.
if you had this during lunchtime,
Oh, you're the
you were
cool
winning.
kid. Oh. Everybody wants some of it.
Yes.
Twinkie.
Oh, okay. Can we reveal the answer? How about some money?
Oh my gosh, you're so good at this.
I know, I'm very competitive in this game. That's why they make me
so
host.
Clearly.
Michaela, Luna, you both did fantastic. I love the teamwork. Of course, the whole idea was the pictures need to be blurry and make it difficult. But we would love to also hear from you. What was your absolute favorite thing to find in your school lunchbox back in the day? Was it that 20 Rand note? Well, connect with us online and let us know.
Introducing the all-new Clover Full Cream Butter Spread. Smooth, creamy and effortlessly spreadable. Butter up your day with Clover Butter Spread.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Now, we only have a few minutes left, but why don't you match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for a 34 million rand in total estimated jackpots today, and you could become Mzansi's next multi-millionaire.
Wow, that's a lot of money. That's 35 times
I almost just walked off
I can't deal with all this money. But listen, you can play the Lotto for an estimated 12 million rand. There's Lotto plus 1 for 9 million rand and Lotto plus 2 for 13 million rand. There's 3 different ways to become a millionaire. Come on.
And there's more than 3 ways to actually get your tickets. And I always say this, if you're going to go in store, be nice. Just get some good karma when you ask for that ticket. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their app. You can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash for USSD.
And all of those details, we have it on Expresso's social media pages, so you can just go and check them out. And make sure you get yourself in the running to win your share of 34 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 jackpots today. But remember, you have to play.
Yeah, you got to play to be a winner, but we're going to keep the winning spirit going right now and make you all feel like one. She's been entertaining us all throughout this morning, and we are so grateful for it. And now, one last time, this is Luna Page to perform just for you.
Good morning, this is Luna Page. I'm performing a song called Kiss of Africa of my latest English album, Harmony. I hope you enjoy. The kiss of Africa, I know it's extremes. I was born to it. No other place on the earth I am more familiar with. I was sworn to it. The heat of its sun at the back of my eyes, its spots on my skin, feel it softening. Tumultuous winds and the scrub of its sand lashing at my legs that walk this land. Oh, these are the secrets in my skin. I got the kiss, kiss of Africa. I got the kiss, kiss of Africa. The kiss of Africa, I know I belong. I was born to it. No other place on the earth I would rather live. So this is what I'll give, to open my heart to whoever will look into mine. Let forgiveness shine, to reach out and say that there's no single one who'd never ever belong due to past wrongs. For we all have secrets in our skin. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. For there were grandmas and grandpas and their brothers too. Mothers said and mothers kept in silence. In my skin so well the lines of my days, my months, my years, the ups and downs, oh the sorrow and the fear, the joy, the celebration, failure, victories, the laughs, the cries. These are my lives in my hands, in my face, my shame, my pride. These are the lines I try, but I can never ever hide them. The history, the sin, it lies within the skin. These are the secrets in my skin. I got the kiss, kiss of Africa. You got the kiss, kiss of Africa. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. Yeah, we all got secrets in our skin. We got the kiss, kiss of Africa. Yeah, we all got secrets in our skin. We all got secrets in our skin. Yeah, we all got secrets.
our secrets.
Beautiful voice, beautiful nature. She is angelic inside and out, just the sweetest human being ever. Luna, thank you so much. Take a bow, you beautiful soul. We absolutely love you. Thank you so much for blessing us this morning. Likewise to the gents for blessing us with the sushi.
Yes. Look at this incredible spread. Raul, you guys made the tempura sushi, which is here in front of us, right?
And I think it's actually your kryptonite, right?
It is, tempura, it is.
Tempura's a kryptonite. I'm actually a big salmon rose fan, and that's probably one of my favorites. Do you guys have any favorites when it comes to sushi?
Oh, I love a rainbow roll. And you can never go wrong with salmon, avo, and that combination.
Yeah, no, it's the mix for me. And very kindly, thank you, Lucy. Very kindly, the gents made some without the shellfish for me, because that's my great pain, is when you got guys that work so well with shellfish in the way that they do, it's heartbreaking, man. I almost want to risk it, but very kindly, they have whipped together something truly special. So thank you so much. You guys at home, thank you for spending the start of your Workers' Day with us. We love you so much. Let's go.
We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Come to me, my friend.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, can we eat now? Let's go.
Introducing the all-new Clover Full Cream Butter Spread. Smooth, creamy, and effortlessly spreadable. Butter up your day with Clover Butter Spread.
Another feel-good production.